Welcome back to Dragon Age the Veilguard. We are in the endgame now. We are going to meet Morrigan here. Starting the quest will lead to the end of the main story. Gotta go to Tearstone Island, see what all we have to do. I'm not sure how many more things there are to do, but we spent last time 100% map completing. I might look into the other codices that I missed. Maybe off screen just for my own. Just because I like some of the stories are actually pretty good in there. But you know, we're at 87%. I'm not gonna go back and 100% the game. Even though there's probably an achievement for doing that. Because I didn't get an achievement for just 100% map complete regular, so I'm assuming there has to be something with the codex too. Anyways, we're in the end game. I'm not sure who to bring. I want to bring Harding just because I think it's fitting, and she's been on the sidelines for a little bit. Emmerich, I'm iffy about, but we'll see if we have a choice in the matter. This is your final adventure and permanently cut off all incomplete or undiscovered quests. If you're confident that you prepared your allies enough to face the gods, take the fight to Elgarnan and Ghilanain. Many companions have overcome their personal struggles and will face the coming battles with confidence. With your help, most allies will support you from a position. What does that mean, most? Many companions, most? I don't know. But I also don't want this to be like, what I was afraid of is Mass Effect 2, you know, if you say, yeah, let's prepare some more first before you go the suicide mission, that means people will die. So there was a choice earlier in the last episode where it was like, are we ready now? And I'm like, well, let's wait a minute, let's prepare. So I don't know if they, there is some similarities to Mass Effect 2. So I wouldn't be surprised if they did include that little caveat of like, oh, you spent a little bit of time wandering around and now things are going to be worse. I just don't like that, allied strength. Like, okay. Whoa, calm down. My allied strength, they're all 3-star just because they're not, merchant leveled up. I didn't end up going back to level up the crows, for example. Shadow dragons, we can't get to 3200. The Grey Wardens. So like, I don't know. Delar has blue gear is crazy. What the hell? Oh my god. Whatever. Okay. I can't keep delaying. We need to end this game. We need to find out what happens.
Events are weaving together quickly now, Rook. For good or ill, the fate of the world shall be decided soon. I received Harding's missive. Your plan is sound.
So the Inquisitor's in?
Indeed, although she requires a few days to set events in motion. Time is needed to allot her responsibilities to those who are capable of managing them.
Okay.
Once settled, she has pledged herself to your cause. The snake's head must be severed, else the body simply grows anew. And what of your other allies? Will they also be ready? There is no room left for doubt or hesitation.
They will be. What about you, Mythal?
Only one of us has a fragment of a god inside them, Mythal.
I carry only her memories, not her strength, nor her capacity for strategy.
Well, either way, our allies will be ready.
As they must be. There will not be another opportunity to foil the schemes of Elgarnan and Ghilanain. If we fail in this, they gain all that is needed to reshape the world in their twisted image. The evil put into place with the aid of their Antum servants at Tearstone will cover the entire world.
Look, the gods can't blight the world without their dagger. And they can't finish their dagger until the eclipse, which isn't for another.
What is happening? Are they making an eclipse? They're making a fucking eclipse? Okay, dude. This fucking huge bitch. How are we gonna deal with that, to be honest? Well. Guess we're gonna go right now.
Elgarnan.
While you gather your people, I will find the Inquisitor. And Rook, I wish you great luck.
Oh boy. Please just pick my companions for me at this point. I don't really care. Just tell me who to bring. I don't have the capacity to think about who makes the most sense right now.
Elgarnan just caused an eclipse. The gods can finish their dagger. We need to move now.
But we were supposed to have weeks to prepare.
How much time do we actually have?
It's not weeks, I can tell you that much.
The eclipse is slowly forcing an alignment between the stars and powerful currents in the Fade.
Which means what?
I'm afraid we've only a few hours until the gods complete their dagger.
You know, I think Emmerich should come along. As much as I feel like I bring him out so much for no reason, I was actually reminded that I did... You know, everyone's kind of included in the game for a certain purpose. You know, Harding is the OG. She's kind of part of the, you know, the scout. She's the one who's helping Varric find, you know, initially stop this. And then Nev was the detective. She was initially brought on to search around and figure stuff out. She also had her big moment in the Blood of Arlathan, I think, was the mission. So, you know, she had her moment being a Venatori in hiding, right? Tosh had a major part when, you know, we fought the twin dragons, the fire and ice dragons. Davrin... Yeah, Davrin had Weiss help, I forgot. Sorry, Davrin had Weiss help. I brought Balara with Nev for that one, but Balara's kind of iffy. Maybe she can come along. And then Lucanus obviously had a Weiss help importance as well. So it's like Emmerich is kind of the odd one out. He hasn't really done anything too much, but you know, being a Fate expert, sort of knowing, being very knowledgeable, kind of having this information about magic and the stars and stuff. So it seems like he's kind of being pushed right now to be the main companion for this mission. At least I'm going to pick him, I think. In the end, after all this. We have to do it.
Lucanus is right. We have to go now.
No time to scrape up an army, even if we had one.
You think we're enough?
What will we be facing on the island?
There's gonna be blight crap.
And where there's blight, darkspawn.
Right. Tearstone Island's also crawling with the entire Antam army.
They've had time to prepare. It'll be brutal.
So will the gods. We're walking right into their lair.
We may not all make it out again.
Then let's make them hurt.
Yeah. But if we're going down, let's go down swinging. So let's stop the gods. Whatever it takes.
Let's put our hands in, guys.
We're with you. The gods won't leave that island.
Why was such an awkward silence?
No matter what.
No matter what.
Then we leave as soon as we can.
You want to say something here? There's a lot of awkward pauses in that conversation. Prepare to face the gods, the shadowed sun.
I should talk with Nev before we leave. See how she's doing.
Oh, hello. Oh my, even here? We're in the fucking Fade, bro.
Strength earns mastery.
Make sure all my gear is up there. Okay, I'm not going to change my gear anymore, so let's just... Let's see. Hey.
Not taking a break? It's our last chance before.
I'll get to it. The gods are rushing this. Rushing us.
You're worried.
Maybe.
We'll figure it out.
So the job's gone sideways. We'll make it work.
That doesn't make it easy.
I know. When this is over...
Don't
Don't what?
talk about after.
You don't see a future? So you don't like me?
If this isn't something you want,
That's not what this is.
then what?
The job? I know one will get me eventually, but you... I can't think about after and you. Not when... If something happens.
Nev.
Oh, I knew you were trouble. It's one lucky break and close call after another, and you... I let myself... When do the tables turn, Rook? Because they do. They always...
I don't like any of these. Who cares about the odds?
So we flip the table. Hold out for the lucky break.
And if the last break was our last?
I'll find a way to make one happen. You know I'll try.
Maybe that's what scares me.
It's okay to be scared.
Well, trouble. I'm terrified.
No! This was supposed to be a cute moment. Why did she just ran away from me? I was really expecting, like, again, Mass Effect rules, like, okay, this is the final mission, we're gonna have like a little romance scene with the partner. And then hers is, she just like, I don't want to think about the future, I'm scared. Leave me alone.
Nev, we're gonna be...
Is anyone
We should
else
talk with
chilling?
Varric too. Get any last advice for killing a god?
Okay, let's go talk to everybody else before we talk to Vera. Got anything to say?
First Talon of the Crows.
Okay.
I knew Katarina wanted it one day. I thought it would be on her deathbed if I lived
Oh,
to see it.
Nev's just hanging out over there. Nev, will you talk to me? What are you doing? Oh, don't jump.
Hey, Rook.
Okay, she... How does nobody have anything to say about this? Not about Nev and I, but like about what's going on, you know? Why is everyone just sulking? But they're not even sulking, they're just like chilling.
Elgarnan must be pleased he got his archdemon back.
He said something relevant.
Hope Tosh is alright. I don't know what I'd do if I lost my ma.
Yes, but also what? Come on, guys. War is upon us, and you guys are talking about shit that happened in the past.
I had no idea that Lusicon would be so,
Okay,
well,
I
big.
think you guys are like Yeah, you guys are talking about the last major mission, which is not relevant to what's going on right now. I mean, it is relevant, but it's like, come on, guys. That was like so long ago.
Elgarnan's an asshole. Talking in people's minds, promising them stuff. It's messed up. At least we saved the Dalish. That'll piss him off.
It's so glaring. I kind of don't want to talk to everybody, but I mean, like, we're in for a penny at this point. Let's just see what everyone has to say. But come on. Catch up. We're not here anymore. We're past that point.
I fear what Elgarnan will attempt with his old pet at his side.
Okay, what's up, Varric?
Varric, I hope I'm not interrupting whatever you're doing.
Take a deep breath.
The gods changed all the rules. We're going in blind. The whole team is pretty sure we're going to die. And they might be right.
Weird shit is happening. Of course the team's on edge. It's not a personal failing for you to be scared either.
I need advice. I think he gets a little bit scared.
To carry this weight, Varric.
No one does. This job was always going to call for someone who could improvise. You're on this team for a reason too, you know.
Thanks, I think.
I guess I have some thinking to do. About everything.
Go on. You know where to find me if you need me.
Well, let's not keep the gods waiting.
Okay. Okay.
Enemy makes a move. They'll see it.
Okay. Use the lighthouse illuvian to go to Tearstone Island. What if I want to map travel there? Alrighty. With the elven gods ready to complete their dagger, the team must launch a desperate attempt to kill Ghilanain. Why just Ghilanain? I guess because she's like master of the blight, so that's kind of their whole plan right now, is to summon enough blight or something.
It's fortunate we weren't spotted coming in.
A lot of dreadnoughts. One shot is all it takes.
Now we just have to deal with that.
Morgan didn't exaggerate. That's the entire Antom army over there.
We have the advantage.
Armies are big and clumsy. We can do this.
Agreed. If we move quick enough.
The gods will know we're here soon, and so will the Antom. We need a distraction. One team to draw off that army, and another to stop the gods from finishing their dagger.
I'll take half the team and cause some trouble down by the Antom ships.
Wait, I'm the scout. I can get us around this place faster.
There'll be blight farther up, Harding, and Darkspawn.
I've fought them before, and I've got the stone on my side.
Oh god.
Lace, hold on.
Someone has to do this, Tosh.
So who will it be?
Oh my god. Davern and Hassan will risk themselves leading the second team. Harding will risk herself leading the second team. Harding's faster. Like she said, she's a scout. It's kind of her whole shindig to find, you know, guerrilla tactics, right? Versus Davern's more militaristic. You know, he mentioned something about Darkspawn being there, but it's like, you don't really need to have like a warden for that necessarily. Anyone can kill Darkspawn. I'm leaning towards Harding doing this. Harding will risk herself leading the second team. Not that I kind of want Harding in my squad though. Like, I don't really care about having Davern in the squad, so he could kind of lead. But I just think from everything going on, I think it makes more sense for Harding. I think it's a full circle moment because the very first like decision in the game, well, not the very first, but you know, companion related decision, it was never Harding. You know, who's gonna go help you out? They're gonna go into greater danger or whatever. So I chose Nev for that time. Harding was the one who left behind. So I think this time maybe Harding is the one who goes into danger.
Harding's right. This requires a good scout.
I'll take care of it. I promise.
I'll take the rest of us and get to the gods before they finish their dagger and cut open the Fade. Once we're in place, the Carnis will take Solas' dagger and ambush Ghilanain.
Elgarnan's pet.
One problem at a time. As long as he has that archdemon, he's invulnerable. Concentrate on Ghilanain first. We kill her, take the god's dagger, then deal with Elgarnan.
We should go. Wish me a little luck.
You got it. Harding.
Like you said back at the lighthouse, Rook. We stop the gods. Whatever it takes.
I don't know. I keep going back to Mass Effect, but it's feeling like Caden and Ashley almost, with Harding and Davern. Oh god. Okay, we're bringing Emmerich because, like I said, I feel like it makes sense. You know, he's gonna have some magical knowledge. Tosh can go with Harding on the other team. It almost feels like I have to take Davern at this point, right? Like, if he's not leading the team, then he's with me. But I also want Nev. Like, right? I want Nev. Lucanus is gonna, you know, I'm taking Lucanus because he's teeing up. You know, he's got prepared to go for Ghilanain. So it's down to Valara, Davern, or Nev. I kind of just want to bring Nev just because of romance. Like, it feels... it's a bad reason, to be honest, but, like... I don't know, I just feel like she needs to be here. Okay.
Well, so much for that.
Before they raise the alarm.
Ooh. Why is there still loot at this point in the game? Ah. What's that? Oh, God. Okay.
Hope they're all right.
Good for them. I don't know how they're doing that, but good for them. Let's go down. Oh, let's go up. Whichever direction the narrative serves.
What I said before, I want things to go our way, I do.
I know.
Just find a way out. Can you do that, Trouble?
I can if you can. What did this place used to be?
This isn't the first time blood's been shed here. There are old deaths trapped in these walls.
Bro, why do they make... Just don't make the area accessible if there's nothing up here. Like in an exploration game, I hate when they do that. I remember the Dragon of Night being larger and more grand. Perhaps those long centuries in the earth diminished him. I instructed Ghilanain to apply her craft to Lusakan, a simple transformation to return him to his former glory. To my surprise, my sister was bewildered, believing the dragon to still be as large as he once was. Ghilanain must be mistaken, but I will extend her grace. She mourns the loss of her own creature and lingers in an uncharacteristic gloom. Perhaps I can move her from listlessness by suggesting she give Lusakan additions of her choosing, while also augmenting his size. Yes, I suggest more teeth or extra mouths. That should delight her. Are we almost here? Oh, that's the camp that blew up, right? Okay, so we should almost be here. Extraction team should be nearby, basically.
Archdemon!
I did.
The gods are making their dagger.
I fucking missed it. I didn't see it until he shouted about it.
We sense intruders, the same mortals who defied us at Whitehart. A human mage, versed in death. A frost wielder, Tevinter trained. There are others. Find them. Bring us what remains.
Damn, this is bad.
We have to hurry. The Antam will be looking everywhere after hearing that.
Oh, secret door. Okay, why'd you jump? What was the purpose? I was really trying to avoid this boss arena pit looking place, but...
It's Harding.
Brooke, hey!
What? Oh, I didn't even see her.
Harding, are you okay?
We drew off some on Tom, but you have to hurry. More are on the way.
Can you open the way out of here?
I think so. Let me look.
Not this again. We're gonna have to wait defense while they figure out how to open a door. Go run. Ow. Oh, whoa. Hello. Can somebody heal me? Okay, Jesus Christ. Okay, we're gonna have to ult. You get. Oh. Why are you getting these people in the corners? Hey, bitch.
There. The doors are open.
Okay.
More on Tom are coming. We'll draw them off.
Be careful. We'll meet you above.
Oh, please, sir. Anyways, hello, dog spawn. Missed. Honestly, I'm falling asleep here. There's too much running in this level. I kind of get what they're going for because it's a whole assault, so we gotta, like, you know, run in from wherever, but still, they could have tightened this level up a little bit, made it less of a slog to you know, come all the way over here, whatever. How do I get up there? To Elgarnan, the firstborn, I am not soft of heart about any of my former creations. I wish to evaluate the current state of the Hala, nothing more. However, the end of your human servants who pointlessly slaughtered Hala at your temple was fitting. You have also kindly suggested I spend some time to mourn, but Andruil is lost, gone. It is a tribute to her skills that our people's descendants remember who as she was, a warrior of supreme skill, lethal, swift, unsurpassed. I look forward to building a monument to her in our new empire. Guess we just climb. Good luck, girl. It will be perfect. Seems like not a very good meal. I mean, maybe our whole body, but like just our hearts, that's not gonna be sustainable for your dragon. Ah! I meant to do that. Oh, hello everybody.
Another fade tear. Oceans of magic are coursing around us because of the god's ritual.
Then we'd better find Ghilanain, quickly.
Wait. There are wards blocking the way out. Blood magic.
One touch could kill.
How do we get through? Ideas?
Patterns are familiar. If I can fracture the harmonics, we could get through. Maybe.
I deal with blood magic. I can stop the damage long enough to burn.
How many times we gotta make decisions?
That's risky, Nev. Really risky.
It's risky for you too, Bellara.
Your way's just as dangerous. Don't like it, but one of us has to do it.
So we either have to use anti-blood magic because Nev knows blood magic. That's kind of Tevinter's thing. Or Bellara knows some warding shit, I guess. Nev will dismantle, Bellara will dismantle. I kind of think Nev should do it. The selfish part of me says no, let Bellara do it, but I also believe like Nev, this is more up her expertise. It's kind of both of their expertises. You know, they both in the course of this game dealt with wards, but specifically since this is a blood magic related, it's kind of Nev's whole thing. Bellara kind of offered first, and that's one of her things, is like her special action skill is mainly about like fixing wards and magical spells, and she, you know, she's very careful with it. So I'm trying to argue, trying to find a reason not to pick Nev, but also be fair about it. I think it just makes more sense for Bellara to do it in a way. I don't know. I can see Nev doing it. Let's just go with Bellara. Just in case something happens. Just in case something happens and it's gonna fuck Nev up to the point where I can't finish the romance with her. Again, not out of selfishness. Like, honestly, just out of like, I want to finish the story with Nev and sort of see where the whole story goes. It's kind of the same way, you know, with Minrathous Treviso. I was leaning towards saving Treviso, but luckily, you know, the fact that I saved Minrathous meant I could romance Nev. So I'm at this point, I'm like, well, if Nev dies, or, you know, I don't know if she's gonna die, but like, pretend, you know, Nev gets incapacitated from this and she can't finish the story. Like, I don't want to ruin the whole playthrough as far as the romance goes. So, but I also, you know, I could see either way for this, but I think Bellara, you know, this has kind of been her whole thing, is like learning ancient magics, and, you know, especially this is Elven in a way. Yes, it's blood magic specifically, and that's what Nev was saying. She kind of knows more about that. I think Bellara does have a good intuition here too.
This is your territory, Bellara. Just go slow.
Yeah.
I'll be careful.
Nev disapproves. What?
I'll keep this Fade Tear in check while you work. But with things so unpredictable, I fear anything might happen once we kill Ghilanain.
Solas warned me that there'd always be costs and consequences to fighting gods. But if we kill Ghilanain, snatch the god's dagger and escape, maybe we prove him wrong.
I dearly hope so.
What was that noise? It was a song clapping away. Yeah, just take it slow. There's no rush. There's no rush here.
And there.
Great work.
Thanks. Be careful. The gods might know we're here now.
What? What's that behind you?
It is a certainty.
Laura!
The Elven are a scattered people, but fret not. I shall bring your mage gently back into our fold. You can all be forgiven by embracing the wisdom of surrender. Continue.
What?
And even the dread wolf will regret what I do to his...
Where did he go?
Come on!
Where'd she go?
Elgarnan and Ghilanain are still on the island. If we move fast, we might get Balara back.
Shit.
Damn it! Hold on, Belle!
Oh, that's her bestie. They're besties. Why did we have to...
Good idea. Half the team comes with me on the main path. Harding and the others keep out of sight and get Lucanus to the ritual.
He kills Ghilanain, and then we save Balara.
Yeah. Yeah.
All this magic, it feels like a storm.
Which means Elgarnan's almost completed the dagger.
Where's Ghilanain?
On the move. Spike can feel her hunting for us.
Oh my god, I need just a minute to think. I'm sorry. I was gonna say something. Oh, so with Balara getting kidnapped through an Alluvian, I'm like, shit, that's Balara's thing too. She could fix the Alluvian. I mean, that one's shattered. That one's not getting fixed anytime soon, so it doesn't matter. But it's just the irony of it. Oh my god, because she... That was also a part of her introduction when she fixed the Lighthouse Alluvian. Okay. No panicking. Tell that to myself as well. No panicking. We got this. Let's focus.
Keep your heads. Follow the plan. We'll kill Ghilanain, we'll get our friend back, and then...
And then Elgarnan. We'll hold Ghilanain's attention until Lucanus has a clear shot.
Good luck, Harding.
Like we said, whatever it takes.
It's all yours.
As is Ghilanain.
Okay. I wonder if you took Lucanus with you on this mission, like, what would happen? Would you have to repick your team at this point, or... Okay, yeah, you have to... Ah! What does that mean? What does this mean? What does it mean? She's not dead, right? What does that mean? This is fucking mean, dude. Okay, well, these two are we're just gonna keep bringing Nev and Emmerich. I'm like... Why switch it up at this point? You know, what are we doing here?
There she is!
The child of the stone.
Get around her so we...
Harding!
She hears you not.
What? What does that mean? She hears you not. Hello? Oh my god. Come on, you squid bitch. Okay. Well, I'd love if you guys could focus on the same one. Instead of targeting 3 different characters.
So few of you remain.
Nev?
What?
Desperate.
Emmerich!
Fearful. For your transgressions, Littlebrook, you face a god alone.
Oh, never allowed. Ah, come on, guys. What the fuck? Lucanus, you had one job. One shot. Just kill Ghilanain. And I get that, like, there's a lot going on. But come on, you didn't even have to fight. Like, just let the distraction team do their shit, and you can just sneak off and go assassinate. Be an assassin. Come on now. Okay, whatever. Let's do it. Fuck. Can I, like, free them during this battle? And then they can, like, go do their own things? I see. Let's just keep our shield up while we figure out what's happening. Okay, there's some boils. We can do that. We can do this. There's boils. Wow, stop! Oh my god. I actually, wait. I forgot, I don't have healing. Okay. Okay, thank you. That's exactly what I was saying. Can we, like, free them? Okay, give me a heal, though. There's so many spear chuckers! Oh my god. Come on, Lucanus. Go.
Lucanus, I've got you.
Just get in there, Lucanus. Dive right in. I'm distracting her.
Behold your current age. Fragile, aimless, lost.
Girl, what are you doing back there? Oh my god. Just get in there, Lucanus.
Rebuild the old glories. You've done naught but destroy them.
You and Elgarnan are trapped by the past, just like Solas. You had your chance, each one of you. And we don't owe you a thing.
Okay, Lucanus.
Whatever it takes.
Nice. Nice. I know they're building up to something bad here, but I'm just ah! Somebody do something! Come on! Where's Nevin Emmerich? Where's Tasha Davern? Where? Oh my god.
We had such plans.
Oh, boo-hoo. Don't. Fuck you guys.
Regret this.
He's gonna run away? Oh my god. I mean, we couldn't fight. We have Lucican to deal with, but still. It's just like, what the I have thoughts. I'm trying to save everything till the end because there is a lot to go through here.
The fate's still ripping open.
Where the fuck were you two?
The dagger! Rook! You must break its contact.
Where are Tosh and Davern? They're part of this distraction squad too. Why wouldn't they? Oh my god.
Lucanus.
Ah. Hello? Solas? What? Now what? How did... What? Ah!
And so you have your victory.
What is happening?
You live.
Solas, you
Ghilanain
bitch.
was not.
Is he free now? What's
Are
it?
you not proud? We finally reached this moment. Or did you think you'd win the day without some painful sacrifice?
What's happening?
If we don't stop that dragon, people will die. Innocent people.
No one's retreating.
We'll all die.
Archdemons attacking the north.
You and your friends stood against the gods. Your courage is laudable.
Solas!
But mortals cannot win this battle.
You fucking bitch.
I am sorry. It is what must be.
I did everything for you, Rook. You're worthless.
Varric never believed in you.
You're no leader.
You were never up to.
Okay.
Failed us all.
What's
What
happening?
failure kills your conscience now, I wonder.
Bellara.
Oh, yeah, what the fuck?
Dead and gone.
Your fault.
Regret, like all emotions, is a powerful thing. It can bruise us, break us, or blind us to the truth. Regret is even strong enough to serve as the lock on a prison built to hold gods. Such a prison can hold any captive. Even you. No.
Are we like switching places?
Never ready to make the sacrifices that leadership requires.
What are you talking about, bro?
Connection. I molded you into someone the prison would accept in my place.
Varric.
Your work is done.
Bro. Solas, you bastard. I still... Oh my god, so many thoughts. So many thoughts. I really wanted to go into this game like, okay, let's forgive Solas. Let's try and work on saving him. To do this to me? I know it's not the Inquisitor, but still. Like... I was trying to see the good in you, Solas. As Rook.
This is...
So is Lucanus
This
dead?
is where
What
we
happened?
talked when I was dreaming. And I'm not dreaming. Has to be some way out of here. Just have to find it.
I kind of want to stop.
Have to get back to the team.
Okay, let's go. We're gonna get through this shit. Just go this way first. Who cares? Ooh. There's loot in the Fade prison.
Of course. How did Solas get out of here?
Remnant of Parting. Mythal and Dragon aspect offers different wisdoms and protections, striding with the powers of hidden ways, fingerprints near the Golden Shrine as if well handled. Mar at the Golden Shrine, sorry. Like...
Hey, kid.
Is that Bellara?
Come on.
Okay.
Solas found a way out.
I will.
Now you need to find yours.
Let me... I want to explore first, though.
Varric?
See, look, I missed a chest.
He's not here. Of course he's not.
Locked. Okay, I need
So,
3 of
how do
these
I get
things. Remnant of Reflection. Ages of paint, stone dry, and volcanically uneven. Capture eerie splashes of strange azures, unsettling scarlets, and choleric ambers. Colors to match the eye of an elven god. What? God, Solas, you fucking bitch. Like, I killed one. Let me do the rest. I need to get out of here. Only I can do this. Only I can stop them. A god must kill a god. Bruh. This is why nobody likes you. Okay.
Feels like this place is taunting me. I need to get out of here.
I'm getting a failure. I know, Rook. Calm down. We're exploring right now. Orb shards broken by misplaced trust, slivers of an irretrievable power, the kindling of regrets, humming with a diffuse lost vitality.
Out of Lucanus is.
I don't think he's dead. Yeah, he was just knocked out.
Just
Why would
knocked out.
Can't kill Lucanus and Harding. What about Harding? Think about her. What about Valara? Think about her.
Chest open.
3 runes?
But that doesn't help me get out.
What is that? What? Oh, there's a bunch of Valaras. Okay. I see. A bunch of Valaras.
Solas said this prison was built to hold gods.
Built to hold gods.
Valara?
And locked with regret. He said that, too.
Lara.
Rook, I'm sorry to make you sad, but I told you the enchantments were dangerous. You chose me anyway.
You volunteered. You volunteered, Valara. This isn't you. It's not real.
You picked me to die.
I didn't pick. No. No. That's wrong. No. No tears. She's not dead. And also, that's incorrect. Okay? You volunteered.
You're wrong.
I don't regret that.
My friend, she knew the risks. She still volunteered.
Exactly.
She chose as much as I did. We all believed in what we were fighting for, what we're still fighting for. And Valara knew what it might cost.
She did, kid. We all did. Because you always chose the hard truth over the easy lie. Solas, on the other hand.
Harding.
Everyone's a pawn. Allies, even friends. He'll sacrifice them without a thought. Isn't that what pawns are for?
Harding.
I don't know how to feel about the Harding death still. Like,
Whatever
it was just so
takes.
abrupt.
Your words, weren't they? And you were right. You gave so much to all of us.
The lighthouse.
You reminded me that what I feel isn't who I am. That I know the world is good and that I love the people in it. You did everything for the team. Brought us together, held us together when no one else could. And you never wavered, not once. So how could I?
My Rook's not a happy guy, but like, this isn't over. I mean, as far as like the plot, this isn't over, but like, I don't know. In conjunction, in comparison with "I'll miss you," it makes me think that he's thinking, "I could still save you. You're not dead," you know, something like that. But it's like, no, she is dead. I think he needs to accept that part. So like I said, I usually try to avoid the like crying or whatever option, but I think you know, the dwarves. We're the dwarves.
Take care of the team for me. That's what Varric told me. And we were more than just a team. We were friends, but now you're gone. And the fight's not over. So I promise you this. I'm going to get out of here. Stop Elgarnan, stop Solas, and save the world. I'll make sure your sacrifice was worth it.
Great job, kid. Now, what about mine?
Your what? Your sacrifice? Shit.
That's where it all began.
Maybe the statue's rising up in the
What am I going
background
to
there.
see there?
I think you already know.
We've got your back. If anyone can get through to him, you can.
Thanks, Rook. Whatever else he is, he's my friend. And if he won't listen to me, then he'll hear from Bianca. You need to listen.
Oh, and that swirling magic again. Okay, that's the same thing as with Ghilanain. Part of me is like, I should have picked Nev instead of Balara, because then it would have been Harding, Nev, and I, you know, all of it, like, really full circle at that point.
Rook.
Let's go this way.
Solas killed you. Fuck Solas.
Solas killed you. His friend. You tried to talk to him, to reason with him. And he cut you down.
Pretty sure he didn't mean to.
Barrett,
Doesn't matter.
don't apologize for
He's
him.
still dead.
You fucking died, Merrick. And you're just like, he didn't mean to do that.
Sorry about that, kid.
Okay. So, here we go to talk about this. Yes, I did get this spoiled. I got a lot of these choices spoiled, actually. But we're just going to talk about Varric for now. I think there was a story where there was an alternate universe where they did a better job of hiding the fact that he's dead. You know, it was very obvious in a lot of the cutscenes. Something that is very blatant in this game is that whenever a character is talking, other people in the room will look at him or her. They'll look and see who's talking. Whenever Varric's in the group shots, no one looks at him except for Rook. So I think an easy way, they actually did it in this somewhere here, this episode so far. Excuse me. They did a good job of hiding it because Varric was in the group chat, but then when he spoke, it like did a zoom up of him, so you couldn't see what everyone else was doing. And I think that they hit it better that way of, okay, people are they're not speaking to Varric, but like they're also not ignoring Varric. I think it would have been a better impact of having him dead the whole time, you know, Sixth Sense kind of thing going on. My other thought with Varric's death is that it's serving a narrative purpose, I see, but it's also kind of like, I don't know, they either needed to commit harder to hiding the fact that he was dead, or they needed to just have him killed straight, you know, just have him, like, from a narrative perspective, from a character's perspective, just have him dead from the start instead of doing all this build up of like, oh, he's right here in the lighthouse the whole time, you know. If they had just straight up said that he was dead in the first, you know, whatever, first scene, first battle sequence, I think it definitely would have changed the story in a lot of ways, but I just think it would have been more impactful and hit better. But since they kind of half-assed what are you talking about? He's alive. You know, when they went with that angle, it doesn't hit as hard because it's so obvious that he's not alive. And I just tried to like ignore it because it's just like, okay, the story wants me to think he's alive still, so I'm going to pretend like he's alive. But the fact that he never has exclamation points in the lighthouse, he doesn't want to talk about, you know, you have to go out of your way to visit him, basically. Whereas every other character in the lighthouse always wants to talk about something. They could have done something there. They could have, again, had it so that characters would either look at him or make it more obvious, make it more normalized, rather, that if a character is talking, people don't have to look at that character. They can just say stuff and be ignored about it, but it was only for him. Like, even in any other outside lighthouse, like if you just, for example, you're in the Cobbled Swan talking with, you know, Aelia, or not Aelia, with Rana, for example. If Rana starts saying something, Nev and I look at her. And then if Nev says something, Rana and I look at her. So it's like every of those static cutscenes, those dialogue-heavy cutscenes where characters are talking, it's so apparent that it's coded into the game where a character is speaking, I need to look. Character is speaking, I need to look. Character is speaking, I need to look. But with Varric, it's like, ignore that function. And so if they had just made it a bit more normalized for characters to not look at look at who's speaking, then it could have helped hide that again. But yeah, I see what they're doing here. I don't know, for some reason it's just not hitting as hard because it's like, it could be the spoiler, you know, it could be it's kind of spoiled about it. But I think that, yeah, it's just, we sort of knew. I think I knew the whole time.
You know, I think I knew the truth. Deep down. But I couldn't face it.
Why not?
Because it would mean admitting that I let you die.
Shit. Didn't you learn anything from this place? I made the choice. To talk to him. To try to reach him. Even knowing the risks.
Regret,
because he
you know?
was my friend. My decision, my sacrifice. And you don't get to take that from me.
But
every story's got an ending. This one just came a little earlier than I planned.
I like that line. It's completely unrelated except for you know, heroic sacrifice, but it's gonna be very niche. So if you're a DC Comics fan, you know, Heroes in Crisis, the controversial storyline. Spoilers for that if you ever want to read that. But in it, Wally West, you know, I have to reread to know the specifics, but basically he's going through a psychotic break and he ends up killing a bunch of heroes. One of them including his Titans teammate, Roy Harper. And so in a follow-up story, it was an okay follow-up story. I can't remember what it was called, but basically Wally had to go through this journey of discovery. He was trapped in the Speed Force or the multiverse, Dark Multiverse or something like that. So anyways, he ends up on one where Roy is alive, and he has like this conversation with him, and he's always during that single issue story, he keeps trying to like stop Roy from doing stuff. He wants to like protect Roy, and Roy's like, no, fuck that, I'm a hero. Just because you have trauma about whatever happened to your Roy, it's not me. And the fact of the matter is, Roy, made that choice. You don't get to take away being a hero from me. And so I really love that here with Varric. He's saying the same thing. He's like, no, fuck that, you didn't fail, I made a choice, and you don't get to take it away from me. You don't get to make it about you. So Harding and not the time, Rook. Okay, but going back to this, I need to stop talking. I'm making myself cry for no reason. Going back to this, I'll talk about the Harding situation later, but I do think it would have been more thematically. I'm kind of regretting. I wish I picked Nev instead of Balara to be the disable the trap or whatever, because then it would have and truly been Harding, Nev, and I, and Varric. It's like all of us in the Fade, whatever, in this regret prison. We started this here at the end now. We'll just say I'll miss you and move on with it.
I'm gonna miss you, Varric.
Gonna miss you too, kid. But you've got your own story to finish. I just know the ending's going to be killer.
Okay, don't use that word,
What
dude.
happens now? To you?
I'll disappear. Go back to just being a memory.
Right.
No.
Hey.
No.
Don't get all misty-eyed on me, okay? I had a good run, and I don't regret a second of it.
What about Solas?
You talked to Mythal. You saw the memories. Solas wants to be a hero. That's who he is, deep down. But it's easier for him to play the villain, because that means he didn't fail. All the damage he's done, the people he's hurt, it becomes a choice. Remind him who he really is. He might just listen.
So how do I get out of here?
Listen to your team, like you always do.
This way. It's thinner here.
Better be right.
They're waiting for you. Just take it one step at a time.
Goodbye, Varric. And thank you.
Rook!
Looking forward to seeing how it turns out. I'd say good luck, but you don't need it. You already have everything you need.
There! A light!
We've got something. Get ready.
I want to talk more about Varric. I gotta talk more about Varric, I'm sorry. We'll wait until this moment is done here.
I am Elgarnan, first of the firstborn, last of the Evanuris.
I was expecting a Varric dialogue, but I was also like, well, now that we know he's dead, is he gonna do it?
Over you with fine and gentle hand.
Boy, if you don't shut up.
Citizens of Minrathous, give yourself to me. Together we shall unleash magic so glorious, so limitless, that all the world will be transformed.
So how much more of the game is there? Like, we have to kill Elgarnan still, I get, but I don't know. I just felt like we'd be wrapping things up. I still have time today to record, but I'm just confused. Okay, with Varric quickly. My last negative criticism for the Varric thing is that it feels like a disservice to his character too. It feels like a lame way for him to go. I can see how people would like it because it does kind of give him some impact and shit. I know I kind of just argued about it in a way too, about how it takes away, don't take away his choice to sacrifice. But I think at the end of the day, it's just like, it feels like a death just to be like, oh, we can kill people off. You know, I don't think it was necessarily like earned, or at least to me, it just wasn't built up to be earned.
He seized
fully.
control of the Archon's palace.
While the Magisterium was in full session, only the Venatori seemed to have
Is
survived.
Dorian alive?
How are the Shadow Dragons?
Still fighting, last we heard. But Elgarnan's blighted the city, and the Venatori magically sealed the gates. No one's getting in or out.
Even the city's Illuvians went dark. We've got no way to contact the Shadow Dragons. They'd be dead already if not for Solas.
Solas?
He got to Minrathis just before the gates were sealed. He saved some civilians and killed some Venatori.
Man, fuck Solas.
Now people are rallying behind the Dreadwolf, like he's the only one who can save them.
Oh my god, this bitch. I'm so tired of him. What about Valara? Can we talk about Valara too? Is she dead? Is she actually like dead? Let's keep playing. He uses people.
He's using the Shadow Dragons and anyone else he can to give him a clear shot at Elgarnan. Then he finishes his ritual and the whole world drowns in demons.
He can't hurt Elgarnan yet. That archdemon makes him invulnerable.
Right. Solas needs to kill it first.
And once that's done, Solas goes for Elgarnan with the dagger he took from us.
We can't trust Solas. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about it at the end. I can't keep taking a pause to talk about my gripes.
Solas is not going to be happy when he sees you've escaped from his trap.
I don't give a fuck about Solas, okay? What he thinks, what he cares about. What?
We did attempt to create a dagger to replace the one Solas took.
The fuck?
Nice to look at. But it can't cut through enchantments like the real thing.
Just kind of random.
So it cannot kill Elgarnan.
So what's the good of it?
Real enough.
But it is not. We don't have the right weapon to take down our target, and we lost too much killing Ghilanain. We have no idea where Valara is or what Elgarnan is doing to her.
And Harding is... she's gone.
We fight for them.
If Valara were here, she'd tell us there's still work to do. And Harding would already have an arrow knocked. They're not here to finish this, but because of their sacrifice, we are. So let's do it for them. Get a message to anyone who's still out there. Tell them we're gonna stop Elgarnan, and we need their help to do it. Then fix up your gear and take care of any unfinished business. In the morning, we take back Minrathis.
Hey, are you all right?
No, I'm angry. I'm angry. I have to be.
We've still got work to do. I can collapse when this is over.
Look, we can handle getting word to our allies. You go take care of yourself. I'll stop by your room in a bit. Make sure you're still there.
Rook faced a trap designed to hold the infinite regret of a god and did what Solas could not: move forward. By accepting loss and saying goodbye to a beloved mentor, Rook returned to Thetis, ready to make have any conversations with final. Oh my god. So gather in the kitchen to make final preparations. Let's start here, I guess. Make our way to the kitchen.
Tash and I have taken over tending the plants in Harding's room. Truth be told, I'm not sure she remembered to water them very often, but they bloomed for her all the same.
She saved my life. All our lives.
All of Thetis owes Lace Harding a debt she would never have even considered.
We'll do her proud in Minrathis.
And against Elgarnan.
See, and that's okay. I think the reason I'm pissed at Harding's deaths, Harding / Davern, if you picked him, is that the other characters could have done something to help. I get from a storytelling perspective, you know, I can extrapolate the reason why they didn't help, But the fact of the matter is, there was a whole distraction team there. We only freed, in the fight with Ghilanain, it was only people you took, so that's 2 of them, plus Lucanus, plus the team leader. There are 7 companions. Where are the other 3 people? Well, one of them is actually in the Illuvian, whatever. So that's 5 technically. So there's 2 other people unaccounted for in that battle. Plus, there's the 2 teammates that you bring with you that are doing diddly squat. Because Lucanus is trying to get set up for the attack, and then the team leader is also trying to do something. Rook, you know, they showed Rook like getting knocked out or restrained or something, so it's like, okay, I can forgive him not stepping in. But like, if they just, it was a simple thing, just show a little scene, a little clip. All you had to do was like, while everyone's getting in position, whatever, trying to stop the fight, trying to get Lucanus in position, they just show a little clip of every single character that is there, because every single character is there except for the one, you know, Belara or Nev. Just show the character getting like wrapped up in tentacles, or, you know, show them fucking getting knocked out or something, you know, so that way it's like, okay, nobody else can do this but the team lead, because everybody else is incapacitated. But our 2 fucking heavy hitters, and I guess it was just the luck of the draw here, our 2 fucking big boys, Davrin and Tosh, were nowhere in that whole cutscene. And it's like, you're telling me neither of them stepped in to do anything? Tosh didn't step in to save Harding?
She saved us. Saved me. She was so small and so strong.
I'm sorry, Tosh.
Just like my mother.
Oh,
knew it
don't
was a mistake.
say that.
Everyone I love dies. But what you said was right. She'd want us to finish the job. So just say the word. I'll burn down anything in our way.
I'm gonna go to my room last because, well, before... the kitchen.
I keep asking myself, what if I'd been faster on Tearstone Island? I should have pushed.
Yeah, where the fuck were you?
Would Harding still be around?
You can't know that. None of us can.
She's a hero. Without her, Lucanus would never have gotten his shot at Ghilanain. And Belara. If she hadn't gotten rid of those wards, we wouldn't have made it in time.
We'll get her back. Whatever we do.
Damn right we will.
That's the... Okay. So on the flip side, an argument for having Davrin be the one, I think it would, not like a redemption, but, you know, I think it would be a kind of like poetry rhyming situation of Weishaupt, you know. At Weishaupt, he didn't... His whole thing is like, he tried to be the hero, he tried to make the heroic sacrifice, and nothing happened. You know, everything else went to shit still. And so I think it would have been a cool, like, rhyming moment of Davrin being the one to make this sacrifice here. However, I don't know that, you know. Like I said, full transparency, I was spoiled that Davrin or Harding will die, but from, like, a game perspective, all it is like, who's going to lead the team? That's all it is, so I don't know. Harding is a better scout, so guerrilla tactics, you know. How was I supposed to know she's going to go be in the final standoff and sacrifice herself to Ghilanain so that Lucanus can take the shot? I don't know all that. That's not the choice I was presented. So, and this is my thesis on why the choice is not as good as Caden and Ashley.
Despite the cost, Ghilanain is dead. We should still count it a victory.
I knew you wouldn't miss twice. Are you okay?
I'm well. Though that was no ordinary death blow. I assure you that striking down a god is not something any killer can mistake. That is worth remembering, given we still have 2 gods to destroy. Now comes the fight for those we can still save.
I just want to see if they have anything else to say a second time.
The crows have been busy in Treviso.
Not gonna ruin the immersion by talking about the crows in Treviso. Oh. Yeah, like, I feel like they, you know, these choices in this game, yes, they're big and heavy, but I also feel like they just don't have as much impact and weight because they don't make sense a lot of the time. You know, there isn't enough explanation of why we couldn't do the other choice. Why there couldn't be an alternative outcome to the solution. What makes Caden and Ashley, that choice, so good is the fact that you can see there is no way to do both. There is no way to save both people. Here in this game, it's like when Mathis or Treviso. Okay, they tried, you know, they actually set it up to where you can save both. I'll go here, the rest of the team goes there. We have equal amounts of people on both sides. What makes it different? I guess Rook is there, but they don't build up enough, you know. They're trying to push home this point that Rook is nobody or whatever. He's just a boy from the streets, you know. So why does it matter that Rook was at one location rather than the other? It really doesn't matter, you know. We're all skilled fighters and we all have magical powers and shit, you know, whatever. Why couldn't we save both cities? Because Rook was there. Okay, sure. Whereas Caden and Ashley, the decision is specifically, well, they're on opposite sides of the planet, or not the planet, but you know, this facility or whatever. The only way I could argue that maybe you could save both is like if the Normandy can get to both places at the same time, or you know, quickly enough, but there's a timer because of Saren, there's a timer because of the bomb. You know, there's all these timers going on of like, shit's real, we don't have enough time to run across to save both people, and they're both pinned down. You can only save one. So it's just the stakes, I guess, the stakes and like the weight of your decision just isn't the same. I'm trying to think of other decisions. You know, as much as I love Mass Effect, there really isn't necessarily too much of like decisions. A lot of it is simply, did you make logical and good decisions throughout the whole story, throughout 3 games? And then there are some sacrifices of characters, you know, those hit hard for me, but they aren't necessarily decision based. They're more like Mass Effect spoilers all around, obviously. But, you know, the things I'm thinking about are like a lot of Mass Effect 3 decisions. They're really simple and stupid. If you think about it, it's like, okay, do you cure the genophage or do you not cure the genophage? Well, we're gonna cure them, obviously. If you go like a completely anti-hero run, I guess you do the negative, which is don't cure the genophage and like kill the Rachni Queen off twice, or I don't know. You know, there's some weird ones, or like the Rannoch decision. There's a pretty obvious choice there too, but or like I'm thinking of Mass Effect 2. There's a lot of simple choices, like Morinthor Samara, or you know, Thane. There's a pretty simple one there, like I'll help him out. Even Zaid's, where you can, I don't know. I'm talking myself into a circle and we're getting a little sidetracked here, but the point is, this game is falling into a bad pitfall, I think, because it's comparing it to the other Dragon Age games, which is, for as much as I am not as big of a Dragon Age fan as I am a Mass Effect fan, what I will say about Dragon Age that in comparison to Mass Effect is doing great up until Veilguard, is the decisions. You know, you think about Hawk and, the Fade decision, Hawk and the Fade, or the Warden and the Fade. You think about DA2 with Anders. You know, what's your morality stance on Anders? I can see both sides. Me personally, I don't think, you know, that's terrorism. But you know, I can also see like, yeah, it's a structure and like you know, it's rebellion, it's revolting against oppressive structures and you know, fascism almost. So I can see that side of it, but you know, even Origins, there's a lot of good decisions there. There's some simple ones, like with the Dalish clan, like you pretty much always help the werewolves, right? But you know, with Orzammar, it's like, well, there's goods and bads to both sides of who you choose to be king. Trying to think of what other decisions there are. The mages, you usually side with the mages, no matter what. You know, even like sparing Logain, I can see people sparing. Me personally, I think he did too much. You know, he's turning into a Solas for me, or Solas is turning into a Logain for me. Whereas like, nah, there's too many things you're doing to me. I can't forgive. But I do kind of understand with backstory and shit why people would forgive Logain. So yeah, it just in a series, specifically Dragon Age, where there are such great choices and dilemmas about what do you do in these situations. The fact that they're just throwing a bunch of random ones at here, I don't feel bad, like, necessarily. Like, yes, I feel bad because, like, I want to have a happy ending with all my companions, but Belara's, you know, lost hope. What does that mean? Missing in action? Well, she's dead. I mean, oh my god. You know, I was just gonna see if there's anything else. Like Lucanus has this. If anybody has anything above their head. I forgot what I was talking about, but you know, again, Dragon Age just has such a good track record of tough decisions. Who do you know, the Winter Palace and Dragon Age Inquisition? Who do you decide, you know, who do you ascend to the throne? I can see, you know, maybe not Gaspard, but like there are arguments to be made for every choice, really. But then you come to this game where it's just like throwing out these not arbitrary choices, but you know, they're trying to throw out big choices for the game, but it just doesn't have that impact and weight. So I'm gonna stop talking about that because I feel like I've prattled on for the last 30-40 minutes, but that's most of my negative opinion right now regarding some of these big moments. They just aren't hitting as much.
You came back. I waited. Finding you was a lost cause, but I'd catch myself waiting.
How long was it?
Came back.
What?
So, look what I know.
You're stuck with me.
What can I say? You're stuck with me.
Oh.
Wait. I'm sorry. I was hoping that was a good thing.
The best.
Why am I so tall now? Why am I so tall now? Oh. Oh.
I could stay here longer than I should.
Too bad we can't.
We have to get up eventually.
All good things. I thought you were gone. Minrathous is more lost than usual. Me too, if I'm honest. There's always something slipping through my fingers. All I know is, if I don't say I love you this time, I'll regret it.
I love you too.
Look, I still can't bet on after. Not for sure. But I won't live like we're not getting one.
Positive pessimism. I'll always count on tomorrow.
I'll place the bet every time. I came back from the dead.
You weren't dead.
I'll always come back for you.
You know, optimism can rub off on a person.
Oh?
You're a bad influence.
I try.
Oh. thought we were done. Okay. I don't know if it's just my mood's dampened because of the, well, it's also raining outside, but I'm just kind of like sour because of everything else going on, but I'm wanting more. I want more from the romance, you know. Okay, well, let's go check out what Varric's room looks like now. The infirmary. It's not even Varric's room.
Hey, Varric. Are you busy? I came to apologize. Yeah, I know. I'm always apologizing for something. I should have seen this sooner.
Here's the Book of the
I should have
Inquisition.
known. Or maybe I did. And I just didn't want it to be true.
I'm doing this alone.
It's all on me now. I guess it always was. I have to walk out of this room and lead the team against Solas and Elgarnan like nothing happened. As though I think everything will be alright in the end, like a story.
I'll finish what we started.
I'll finish this job. I promise. For you. And Harding. And Bellara. And everyone else we've lost. Goodbye, Varric. I know where to find you if I need you.
That was good. That one's getting me. I really kind of just want to play Dragon Age 2 again. But I think my account is lost. I think I talked about that at the beginning of this series, that my other Dragon Age games are on Origin, which is now EA Access, and I don't think I have... Or no. So what I think happened was, I do have access to the games, I just don't have them installed, so I'd have to replay them from the start without any save files and shit, so... sorry, I'm tabbing out to actually look, make sure. Yeah, I have all 3 games, and all the DLCs. I just need to... I would need to start over from scratch, basically. But yeah, like, honestly, last thing I'm gonna say about Varric, I really like that scene, that little button. You know, the Fade stuff, I didn't really care too much about overall. There was some good moments, but that last goodbye scene with Varric's stuff, I think was really good. You know, because it's the Fade. It's like, well, it's not real, right? You know, whereas here it's like, I mean, we're in the Fade technically, I get it, but you know, here in the lighthouse, it's like, this is where I always saw you. This is real. This is me saying goodbye now. So that was nice to have some finality with that character. Yeah, last thing, I just really think that he should have... There was a better story there with Varric, I think.
It's been days, but I still expect Belle to burst in here with a question or theory to share. And Harding. It was just you, me, her, and Varric. We're the only ones left who were there at the start.
You've been dealing with this alone.
There was so much to do, I had to get the job done. For you.
For us, now, okay?
I can work with that.
Yeah, in another playthrough, I think I want to do my choice, you know, non-romanced Nev for one, but Harding and Nev are my 2 choices. So that way, it is just me left at the end. I think that's a very thematic way. But I also just said how I want Davrin to be the one to make a sacrifice. I don't know, dude. And that's... Okay. Before we finish this up. Like, I think that's the big part of why these choices don't feel impactful. You know, I am a very analytical person. You know, I'm very logic-based, so I will put that bias out there. However, I think a lot of the choices in this game boil down to game mechanics and, like, not narrative story purpose. A lot of it turns into, well, do I get better stats, or like, Manrathus Treviso again, you know. Oh, well, if I had chosen Treviso, I wouldn't be able to romance Nev, so I'm going to choose Manrathus so I can romance Nev. Obviously, luckily I didn't know that, but as far as like replay value and, you know, like going into trying to make a decision, a lot of these choices feel arbitrary because it is just down to like mechanics, and, you know, it doesn't feel much more like the other games where it's a moral, ethical dilemma. It's just, you know, well, I want my playthrough to look like this instead. Desperate raid on Manrathus offers the only chance to stop both Elgarnan and Solas.
Thank you all for coming. If we don't stop Elgarnan today, our world is either dead or blighted. So we keep fighting until the job is done. It's gonna be hard. There's no guarantee any of us will make it.
Aww.
We're with you, Rook.
Elgarnan dies today.
Whatever it takes.
Strife, news?
Our scouts confirm Elgarnan is inside the Archon's palace. There's a giant tendril of blight tethering it to the Divine's manor in Hightown.
Then that's our goal. Breach the city walls and get to that tendril.
Mad Fred's coming.
Can we count on more Watch support?
The Watchers, living and otherwise, will stand with us.
Every remaining Grey Warden will be there too.
Nice. Put your sword away.
The Antivan crows are ready to pay their respects.
And the Lords of Fortune will be there. For gold and glory.
Bitch, I don't... Just see Isabella rocking around like that. Like,
Jumpers have been in this since the beginning, and will be there for the end.
What are the Shadow Dragons?
Solas is our first target. Without his dagger, we can't kill Elgarnan.
Our scouts last spotted him working with the Shadow Dragons in the western section of
Okay.
Hightown.
Okay.
Are the Shadow Dragons actually going to not join?
Manrathus was built to fight off an army, even before Elgarnan reinforced the defenses. Every gate will be guarded.
Worse than that. Our scouts reported that the Venatori sealed all the gates with those damn warding crystals.
Can the Veil Jumpers disable them?
Venatori magic won't be a problem.
It's still likely to take time. You may need assistance or someone to protect you while you unravel the wards.
Now this is Mass Effect 2. This is Suicide Mission. Okay. I was thinking about something. Okay. So with the Shadow Dragons, it went through every faction except for the Shadow Dragons. I know they said that Solas is working with them or whatever, but like they didn't say, oh yeah, the Shadow Dragons will be with you in this fight. And I'm wondering, it's either A, because they're with Solas, so they're helping, or B, they got 100 points away from maxed out. Everyone else is at 3,200 out of 3,200. Shadow Dragons are at 3,100 out of 3,200. So, I'm like, if that's the reason they're not helping, I'm going to be livid. Okay. Companions who have experience dealing with magical wards or protecting others in battle have a better chance to succeed, especially if they're a hero of the Veilguard. So that's, I'm not even going to say Emmerich. Emmerich does not have anything to do with that. Davrin's Protector. Nev is good at wards. I'm gonna put Davrin here, because I want Nev in my party. Nev's gonna stick, she's gonna be on me like glue, okay? Unless there's like no one else for the job, Nev is gonna be in my party. So Davrin's gonna protect.
Davrin, I want you backing up the Veil Jumpers.
Count on it.
The Venatori at that gate will be commanded by a war mage. That's how they usually operate.
If we get rid of the commander, the rest of the Venatori will scatter.
Okay.
Can the crows?
The crows, right?
Contract accepted.
There's gonna be a lot of guards between you and her. The Lords can clear you a path.
Okay.
And one of us should be there as well.
That crows and Lords of Fortune can offer excellent support. Commands who have experienced fighting mages or attacking by surprise. Attacking by surprise. Who would that be? I mean, it's Lucanus. Like, what are we talking about here? Lucanus is an assassin. He's a mage killer, and he's attacking at surprise. It's Lucanus.
Lucanus, how would you like to kill a Venatori mage?
It would be my pleasure.
One last thing might give the crows some trouble. There's a massive
What? What the fuck is that?
It's guarding the main gate.
A juggernaut. Giant siege constructs built to withstand the Anton, or anyone else who came calling.
Okay.
We're gonna need our heaviest forces against that juggernaut. Evka.
The Grey Wardens have fought ogres and archdemons. We can handle this.
The Morn Watch will lend aid, but against something as large as this juggernaut, we'll require further assistance. Rook?
Sounds like you're volunteering, dude. Oh. Great Warrants and Mornwatch. Commands who have experienced fighting massive enemies or constructs have better chance. Ooh, constructs? Is that supposed to be like Balara, maybe? I'm honestly feeling like Tosh is the one now. We have... Emmerich has experience fighting massive enemies because of Hezenkos and a construct, but like I wouldn't say that's his forte. Tosh's whole thing is fighting dragons, so that's a massive enemy, right? And then construct, I feel like is Balara. Oh god. Yeah, Tosh. It's gonna leave me with Emmerich and Nev again, but like, I think Tosh makes the most sense here.
Tosh, you're with the Wardens.
Right.
Hopefully. It's not a dragon, but like...
Emmerich, Nev, you're with me. We make a run at the gate, get inside.
I don't know. I don't feel great about that last choice. The other choices I like, but that one's like, oh, I don't have a person for this job.
And take the fight to Elgarnan.
Oh, can I just see what the assignments are? I don't... Okay. We need someone who can take down magical wards or protect. So that's Davrin and Nev. We have somebody to fight mages or ambush enemies, I think is what it specifically said. So like, I don't know what that's the ambushing thing would be about. It's just that last one. Constructs are large enemies. Who else could fight that? Like, I'm thinking like Balara and... I think Balara could fight constructs. But like, you know, I'm trying to think of like the other options, you know, how does this all work out if you didn't have who you have? Alright, well, I guess this is what we're gonna have to do, Nev and Emmerich. Emmerich. Companions who have experience dealing with magical wards, protecting others in battle. Yeah, that's Davrin. Companions who have experience fighting mages or attacking by surprise. That's Lucanus. Companions who have experience fighting massive enemies or constructs. I guess is Davrin supposed to be able to do this one too? Davrin fights like ogres and shit, so that's a massive enemy. It's just kind of like, you know, pick somebody who's from that faction. Is that what we're supposed to be doing? I hope not. Because then we fucked up with Davrin on the first pick, because that was... I don't even know who's doing that. The Veil Jumpers. Where's the Shadow Dragons? Oh my god. I probably did. fuck up with Shadow Dragon.
In all of
Whatever,
us.
let's just start this.
Let's get it done.
Let's just do this.
We go on my signal.
I don't feel great, but it's what we have to work with here. I don't know about this. Sure, whatever. We're Shadow Dragon. Let's say this. Yeah. Yeah, I'm bringing the light. Okay, 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 crows. Okay, Taya and Viago.
Get to the warding crystals! Over there!
Let's go.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. You guys, why are you climbing up that shit? What the fuck are you guys doing? Ooh. Okay, Earland Strife. Oh. Tavern, where are you? Protect. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Let's go Vorgoth. Oh fuck. Why are you stopping to look? Why are you stopping to look?
Get to the gate.
Okay, Tasha's fine. Tasha's fine. Where the fuck is Davrin? Why is Strife? Okay, thank you. Why is Strife the only one here? No!
Come on, come on.
Did I fuck up with that? Oh my god. Tosh, don't know. What I'm seeing here is Vorgoth kind of MVP right now. He's the one who took down everything down. Okay. Lucanus has to do this, right? This is his whole fucking spiel. Mage killing, sneak attacks. Lucanus has to be the right choice there. Oh. Shh. Davrin, where are you? Bro, what did we fuck up?
We must leave, Rook.
Okay, Tasha's alive. Okay. I don't... What about everyone else? Oh my god. I'm so stressed. Did Strife die? I'm just killing I feel so bad. I'm killing off all the love interests. Emmerich and Strife, let's kill Strife off. Harding and Tosh, let's kill Harding off. Nobody gets a happy ending except for me. Nev gets to stay. Oh my god. I feel bad. Because, like, if Strife is dead, that's really 2 for 2 here on companion love interest. And I'm not meaning it to.
We've made it inside the city with
Minimal.
They did their job. Now, let's do ours.
Okay, I think that's a good thing. I'm trying to think of what's the word, what's better than minimal. You know, it's not realistic to say there's no losses. So I think we're good. I'm trying to.
Alright, let's find Solas.
Why did they give me money in the last mission? Why is there still money here? What are we getting? Oh god, Taya, no. No! Lucanus didn't even get the kill. Come on, Lucanus! I mean, go Taya, but like, what the? He didn't even get the kill on the dude.
The demon of Arantium.
At your service. They and I will return to the Crows and help with the fight through the city. You go after Solas.
We spotted him. He's not far ahead. That way, quickly.
See, this is what I like. It's stressful, but I do like. Sorry, I do like this. Again, Mass Effect 2 Suicide Squad mission feel. You know, where it's like you got to make some choices strategically about who goes where and how. You know, do you pick them on the team or are they better served doing a specific task here? I like this part compared to like the last mission where you just pick somebody and fuck it, who knows what happens. Like I think they tried to kill them off. You know, they're just killing off characters to like add stakes and shit. But I think this is a better way to do it because there's obviously still stakes. Like if you pick wrong, if you pick a character who's not fit for the task, yeah, but at least challenges your game knowledge and your character knowledge of like, okay, well, either you completed their side quest storyline and they're a hero of the Veilguard, so they have a better chance of living or whatever it said, or they're just suited for the task and they're, you know, they're right up their alley. You know, I like that. So it's like you either know the characters well or you don't. Whereas the last one's just kind of like, pick someone. You're gonna lose then, bitch. Right. Fuck you. You know, like that's what it feels like they're doing basically with that last choice. That last mission's choices. I'm just gonna say this also. I'm curious if this final confrontation would be in Treviso if you did the Treviso choice. You know, is this like karma for whichever one you didn't choose, or is it always going to end up here because of their connection to the Tevinter, you know, the Magisters and shit, the Archdemons, you know? Is that the connection, or is it just, this is the, you know, you saved it once, but now you don't? Is that what the situation is? Viper! No! I swear, if these guys lose because they are 100 off from the max,
Asha. Did we win? You're lucky your head's so damn hard. Tarquin, Viper, you're alive. Thanks to Solas. He's been the only thing between us and Elgarnan.
Where's Dorian? Where's Mavar's? Here we go again. cute little mirror of the first scene where Varric goes to talk to Solas.
You are as surprising as ever. Even I could not have escaped that prison. For you to manage it.
Okay, before we get into this, I am thinking I want to use Solas' playbook against him. I'm, you know, because I know this is going to be the choice of like how do we deal with Solas? Do we forgive him? Do we betray him? You know, what are we going to do? I think I want to. Obviously, we need Solas' help here, so I'm gonna like try and convince him, just like he used me to like for his own ends. I want to use Solas for my own ends. I want him to like sort of help us, and then we can steal the dagger or something, and you know, maybe that's how we deal with him. But I don't want to straight up just be like, "Fuck you, Solas." You know, even though I hate him, I'm so mad at him right now. I don't think I'll forgive him ever, but I am thinking like, okay, let's pretend. Let's just be nice for a little bit and see if we can like do a backstab or something. I know about Varric.
Varric believed in me when nobody else did.
He was a good man.
He was always there for me. Except that he wasn't. Because you killed him.
What happened at the ritual site?
I know what happened. I remember the truth now. You did something to my mind to make me keep seeing him.
He is voice acting his heart off.
I was wrong to do so.
But his face is not doing anything. But like, props to the voice actor for a minute. How'd you do it?
You knew Varric was dead the whole time, but you kept pushing me not to see it. Why? How?
I was desperate. Unless I escaped, the world would fall to tyranny and blight. The only tool I had was my tenuous connection to you.
Blood magic.
As I said, I was wrong.
He used blood magic? Okay. You're even betraying your own ideals, you stupid bitch. Keep your apology.
You feeling bad about stabbing me in the back is not my problem right now. I have a city to save and a god to kill.
Agreed. I betrayed you because I believed that only I could save this world. But I have failed, Rook. I have not stopped Elgarnan. I have not even defeated his archdemon. The victories that have been won since Elgarnan and Ghilanain escaped are yours, not mine. If we are to save this world, we must work together.
You fucking serious? Honestly,
you've got to be fucking kidding me.
Do you not believe I want to stop Elgarnan?
Of course you want to stop him. And as soon as he's gone, you're gonna finish your ritual and drown the world in demons.
If joining me and stopping Elgarnan requires the veil to stay in place, then I will pay that price unflinching. I swear by my own foolish pride, by love for friends I failed and hurt, by everything I ever held as sacred. I will leave the veil untroubled.
I don't trust you. I can't trust you though. I don't know if I trust that.
If you will come with me, I can show you what has prevented me from reaching Elgarnan. And you
I'm not telling you my plan. Fuck you. I'm not telling you the plan. The plan is I'm gonna poach that dagger off your belt. I'm gonna stab him. Not Solas. I'm gonna stab Elgarnan, okay? You can go deal with the archdemon so that I can do it. Okay? That's what the plan is. But I'm not gonna tell you that. You're not part of the plan. You're not a homie.
I'm trying to get to the Divine's Manor in the center of the city.
I have things to do because apparently there are still choices. Why is there still loot here? Storytime break. Fate of the Archon. We've all heard the voice from above, this so-called old god Lusicon, who, as my faithful readers know, is the same as the elven god Elgarnan, has taken over as Archon with grand proclamations for Tevinter's future. Specific details are kept vague, but there's been no official word on the former Archon, but it's this writer's suspicion that the Venatori speak the truth in this one instance. The Archon is dead, there's only Lusicon. This may be the last story I'm able to write for you for a while, dear readers. Remember, do not trust everything they speak of overhead, especially now. Keep your eyes open. Don't fall for lies. Stay safe. Grabbed below by Tarquin. Still haven't found the weekly truth right up. That was a great Tarquin. We got a missive from the Inquisitor. Okay. Message from the front, beginning at the end. Rook, Morgan told me about your plan. It was a good one, and I remain certain it would have worked had it not been for the gods once again changing the rules of the game. Moving the moon, causing an eclipse at will, is magic I would have called impossible even a year ago. I saw what Solas could do at full power, and never before had I felt so thoroughly outmatched. Yet even a Qunari invasion force pales in comparison to the power that Elgarnan has shown. His actions reverberate across the world, and much of southern Thedas has fallen to darkness. The Blight moves now with greater purpose and speed, consuming much of Ferelden and large parts of both the Free Marches and Orlais. Skyhold stands fast, but its end seems an inevitability. While there's still no signs of the on-time of the waking sea, rumors swirl of blighty creatures we've never seen before. Great leviathans from the ocean depths that make trade impossible. Orzammar holds on by a thread. It's only my assumption that they haven't already fallen because their messages have become few and far between. From Orlais we hear even less, and I can only fear the worst. We do what we can while hope flickers faintly. They say it's better to light a candle than curse the darkness, but when the winds of iniquity blow, it's hard to keep that candle burning. I know that you prepare for an assault on the gods. You should know that all the hopes of southern Thedas go with you. The world balances on the edge of a knife, and oblivion awaits us if we fall. Yet I recall something Varric once said. Rook can find the path through any problem, no matter how twisty it gets. So I will keep hope alive, and the south from falling. We will not let this be our end. Okay. I feel like this game would have been better with less stakes. They tried to make this the end of the world, and I can see it in some aspects, but also it's like, I just feel like they could have done better with a smaller story. Whoa! Is he doing meteor swarm? What the hell?
Nevgalis, the elven slaves of Inrathus say you are one of the Shadow Dragons, fighting for their freedom.
As did you. One of the few things we agree on. A shame you killed Varric.
You were there. You saw that it was an accident.
And I saw the magic you threw around just now. You could have stopped him without killing him.
I was losing control of the ritual. All of my power was focused on keeping it in check. None of which brings Varric back.
Oh, another thing we agree on.
Yeah.
Of course, then you used blood magic to make Rook forget. Is there
Yes.
an excuse for that? Or should it be a warning to the rest of us?
Yes, Nev, read him for Phil. I love it. This is why we're together, Nev. Discarded journal. There's nothing left. Venatori everywhere. His voice everywhere in the sky. To the Venatori who rips this off my corpse. Are you reading this? I am dead because of you. We're all dead because of you.
The team is made from the clever, the wise, and the loyal. You honored their strengths to make them yours. That is why you are going to defeat him.
Okay, I don't need you gassing me up, dude. I just want you to shut the fuck up.
Do you feel it? The blight reacts to my presence. There. That must be the source of whatever intelligence guides it. If you can destroy the mind guiding the blight, we may be able to reach the palace. I can accompany you no further. My presence will only draw the blight to you.
I don't want my back to Solas. What's that? Is it Balara? Oh my god.
Balara, what did they do to her?
Time. I will defeat the Archdemon.
Thank you.
Once Elgarnan is mortal, the final blow must be yours. I can think of no one better to wield this.
I'm just gonna say got it. Whatever. Fuck you. Just yeah. Just do your job. I'll deal with you later. Just that's exactly what I wanted to happen anyways. So fuck it. Give me that dagger. Give me that dagger and let's do this.
Good luck. When next we meet, let us be standing over Elgarnan's body.
Okay. Okay. Obviously this is in the trailer, so I'm not surprised, but it's also just like, whoa. Okay, well, why why didn't you start with this? Why are we acting like this was an issue? You could have done this the whole time.
Alright, Solas takes down the Archdemon. That makes Elgarnan mortal, and we kill him with the Lyrian dagger. But first,
Yeah, but she's blighted. Is she gonna die? Like, I mean, I think she's gonna die. I don't think there's a way to free her. We don't know a way to stop the blight, right? Get off this fucking ledge, bitch. Just roll down the hill. Just roll down the hill. Just roll down the hill. Thank you. Okay. So, do I actually need to get down here? Okay.
Bellara, can you hear me? We're gonna get you out of there.
Bellara is gone. There is only the will of Elgarnan. Giver of life and death.
What? How does... A blighted automaton? Huh? What is happening? Everyone's bond increased. Bellara's. That's good news. Bellara's bond increased.
You are not my god.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's go, girl. Let's go, girl.
Rook?
She chill?
He was all I could hear. It was my mind, but he made me want to help him.
It's okay. You're free now. You're safe.
None of us are safe.
Once Elgarnan is dead.
Wait! You can't kill Elgarnan yet. If you do, look out!
What? If I do what? Bellara, please.
Come on!
Walk and talk. Girl, is that Morgan?
Morgan!
What are you even doing?
Destiny is a heavy burden to bear.
Why? Okay.
And growing heavier by the moment.
Okay, but what about Elgarnan? Why can't we kill him? So is Bellara just she's fine? Is there no bad? She just looks cool now. Like, she just has this goth makeover. The vampire makeover? Or like what? What's going on here? She's chill, right? Ah.
You made it.
Not my
Oh,
first giant
there's
monster.
Dorian. Nice.
Apologies for missing the War Council. We got inside the city with the Veil Jumpers.
It gave us a chance to finally strike back
Look at his staff.
Whatever you did unblocked entrances to the Divine's Manor. It also destroyed some of the Blight.
It'll come back. I can still feel it. I don't think I'm the only mage he used like this.
Valara, you're alive.
Rook freed me, but I learned things when I was in that blight eruption. We need to talk.
Okay, let's talk quickly.
But first, we need to get you to
I don't think we have time for that.
We'll take care of her.
Let's talk first.
What? Just want to check on everyone else coming.
Where's Davrin? And Lucanus. Lucanus is fine, we know, as far as we know.
We still have time.
Oh, Davrin. Is he alive? Did we kill Davrin? Did we just send him to the wrong place? Okay, this feels like a checkpoint. Oh my god. Oh my god, there's another... What are you talking about? After fighting through the streets of Manrathis, recovering the Lyrian dagger from Solas, and finding a lost friend, the team has reached the Divine's Manor, where friends and allies take a moment to recover before the final assault on the Archon's palace. Valara is a found friend. She's a found friend now. She's found. Emmerich is level 10. What? Fade Philosopher. So he's maxed, I guess?
Evaris.
Honor the Fallen. What Fallen? Oh
We're so
my god.
close. Minrathis
The
will
NPCs,
be
not our people, right?
First from the old gods, then from Tevinter's old rule. I never doubted we had a chance, but it's good to have you here.
Okay. Hey, what's up?
Even gods may die.
We have every confidence in your plan.
Okay. Who are you?
Those who fell in our
Oh
fight
no.
lie in the next room.
Oh
They will
god.
be taken to grave or pyre once our battle has ended, as their beliefs dictate. For now, they wait, and we attend them. If you wish to pay your respects, please enter.
Okay. Who's in here? I feel like an asshole, but like, do I know any of these people? Is this anybody I know? Please. I wonder if they would be uncovered if we knew them. I'm assuming, I'm just gonna assume it's nobody I know. In which case, I'm good. I'm happy with that. If it's nobody I know, it's really just Davrin. Like, where is Davrin? I haven't seen him since the initial assault. Lucanus we saw after, you know, he could still be in danger, but like, I'm less worried about him. It's just freaking, where's Davrin?
Rook,
Ah.
Venatori brought death to Minrathis. We've made many of them pay, but they still owe us a balance.
You take care of Elgarnan. We'll keep after his remaining followers on the ground. Minrathus, all of Thedas, will remember the
Yeah.
cross on this day.
And Treviso will be
Let's
free.
see this done.
Okay. Oh. I think we're chill.
Civilians out through the catacombs.
There's extra supplies here. I can get them across the city.
Hate to admit it, but Solas really came through for us. Now it's just Elgarnan we have to deal with. We'll watch the streets. You rip that god from his throne.
Bring the light.
From his throne. Ooh. That's my hammer! Yes! Yes, that's fucking... Yes! That's my hammer. Maxed it up. I'm losing my mind. Hello, Isabella?
It's been years since I fought in a battle like this.
Girl, you never fought in a battle like this.
Defeated the Venatori at the gates, thanks to you and the lords.
The pleasure was all mine. I got to dust off the daggers for good people. Rest up while you can. You'll need it.
Well, Love that character growth, I guess. Stripe is fine!
Stop worrying.
We've all had enough of Elgarnan's tyranny.
Be sure to silence him.
Strife is chill. Sorry. Yeah, Emmerich's good too. Sorry for interrupting you guys.
The Archdemon will Rook.
God, why you guys keep talking as soon as I
to get here.
And against stranger foes than we imagined.
It's almost the end now.
We have this, Rook. I know it.
Like, I walk up to them expecting them to do ambient dialogue, and they don't. So I'm like, okay, let me click on them. And then they start saying their ambient dialogue. But it gets interrupted because I clicked on them. Oh, I'm sorry, dude. It's actually a misclick. Oh. Hello.
Stay safe, Rook. And make sure Nev doesn't get herself killed.
Oh, yeah. That's priority number one, to be honest. Where are we? Is this the Cobble Swan? Oh. Rathus recovery plans. Note attached to intelligence reports gathered by the surviving Shadow Dragons. Asher. I can't do Targon's voice. Let's pretend Elgarnan gets kicked out of the city. We still have Venatori, Demons, and Blights like to push back before it's safe for people to come out. See the growing stack of reports. Added by Tarquin later. Myrna says she and Veilguard will work with Dorian, Maid, and some of the other mages to target demons. The Veil Jumpers and Crows will help you move supplies and check on the safe house. The only request is they get to take out as many Venatori as possible on the way. I'm not joining on that one. Warden, shockingly, already have ideas for flight. Isabel said she'd help them when Antoine mentioned fire. Yep. I kind of lost the plot a little bit there with the voice, but it's fine. What are you doing here?
Abundance.
Okay. We're just in some Shadow Dragon safe house, I guess. Who's here? Wow, wow, wow. Look at you three.
You must have a certain someone worried. Is there a tender reunion on your horizon?
I'm looking forward to it.
'Tis almost time for this story to end. Are you ready to write the final chapter?
He'll find a way.
Of that, I have no doubt.
Okay.
You've got this.
Okay.
Get out there and do what
Okay.
you do best.
Love that, you guys.
He was in my head the whole time. It was like I wanted to help him.
That's messed up.
He's filled with the blight, and I think I am too. Rook.
We're not losing anyone else.
No. I refuse to lose anyone else I care about to these monsters. Valara, stay alive. That's an order. We'll talk to the Wardens after we take down Elgarnan.
No, you can't. That's what I needed to tell you. When Elgarnan was in my mind, I was kind of in his too. I could feel him. His mind, his magic, his life force.
Mm-hmm.
It's tied to the Veil. His life is the only thing holding the Veil in place.
I felt the Veil weaken when Ghilanain fell. I expect that when Solas imprisoned the other gods, he bound them all thus. And now that Elgarnan is the only one left.
If we kill him, the Veil collapses.
Which is why Solas gave me the dagger.
Ah, you silly bitch. You silly bitch, Solas. You lied to me once again. I should have anticipated this.
Damn it. He said something about this in that memory of him binding the gods. I thought he was just stealing their magic. I didn't realize he meant it literally. We still have to kill Elgarnan. So what can we do? Can we tie the veil to something else to keep it in place?
Yeah, let's tie it to him.
For an enchantment like that, we'll need a specific substitute. The veil was made to be tied to the ancient elven gods.
We still got one.
Then let's tie it to Solas.
Fuck
He's
it.
the only elven god left.
Binding him will require drawing his blood with a lyrium dagger.
And I doubt he's going to like the idea.
Is that the only way? Let's explore some options before we
Using
commit.
him to bind him to the veil. That's blood magic. We do it if we have to, but only if we have to. What about this?
Oh,
The dagger we made while you were trapped
the
in the
fake
Fate.
dagger?
Once Elgarnan is dead, odds are good that Solas will need to do something else to complete his ritual. This dagger looks identical, but it can't cut through enchantments like the real thing. So if he tries to use it...
The backlash of such magic would render him helpless.
Unless he notices. You really want to try a big
Hell yeah!
switch on the Dreadwolf?
Is there any chance at all, that he would listen to reason?
Did he listen to you when you spoke with him years ago, Inquisitor?
Varric tried to reason with him, and he died for it.
As did Mythal when Solas took her power.
We have you, Morrigan. You have Mythal's memories. And we have the essence of the other fragment of Mythal from the Crossroads.
Such power, even fragmented, is not to be taken lightly. Hold it for now. And when the time comes, if you believe the Dreadwolf's heart can be turned from this course, I shall try.
Oh my god. Okay, well... Okay, we're gonna back up a little bit. So the fake dagger. They're initially, I thought, okay, we can't kill Elgarnan because as soon as he dies, basically, the veil comes down automatically. But then they started talking about it, and I guess there's something where if we kill Elgarnan, then that is like the pre-ritual, I guess, for Solas to tear down the veil or something. I don't know. So the way they're talking about, I kind of like that idea of like, let's trick the Dreadwolf, because that's what I said at the beginning of this battle. I was like, if there's a way to fuck him over, I don't really want to kill him necessarily, but like, if we could just turn the tables on him, show him what it's like to get fucked over and lied to and shit, I'm gonna do that. I also am kind of in like the camp of I want to do the best ending, quote unquote. I'm torn between I want to do the good, the best ending, if there is a best ending, but I also kind of want to do like what would Rook do, and you know, Rook / me. I'm over Solas, you know. I don't fuck him. He killed Varric. He's never gonna change. I don't care. But as far as like a final, you know, as a sequel story to Inquisition, kind of, I do want a best ending. I want to see what an ending looks like where Solas kind of gets redeemed and, you know, gets to see the error of his ways. So I'm just gonna say we've got options. You know, we're good for now.
All right, we can deal with Solas when
Yeah,
the time
let's
comes.
just focus on
We still
Elgarnan
need to
first.
Stop Elgarnan first. He's in the palace above us.
There's Davin, by the way.
We'll
I
climb
forgot.
mountain to get there. Once Solas takes down the Archdemon and renders Elgarnan mortal, we hit him with everything we've got.
Damn right we do.
Time's running short. Stock up on supplies, pay your respects, and say goodbye to the people you love. Be ready to go when I signal.
I don't want to take Emmerich for this final one. I want to take Nev still, obviously. Like I said, Nev's with me the whole way. I'm trying to think of who my second one is. Maybe we should just take Bellara, you know? She's got the blight in her now. She's like super Bellara. Oh god, what do we do, guys? Okay, who the fuck? Isabella? Girl? What am I supposed to do with this?
I'm helping the Shadow Dragons with supplies while they're short-handed.
Okay.
Go on, pick out something nice.
Okay. So this is why we have all that money, I guess. Okay, this is equipped, so let's get that. Let's just buy shit that's equipped, I guess. Is there really a purpose for this? Like, what do you get from upgrading it to epic to legendary plus 10? Stats-wise, it's saying the same exact thing, so I don't get what, you know, how does that help my companions, basically?
Honest, everything all right?
We have made it here and fared well in the fight. Now we only have to wait. But Spike grows impatient. As do I. This may be the calm before a final storm, but I don't feel it.
Just be ready.
Fair enough. As long as you're focused when the time comes.
I will be.
It won't be much longer.
Elgarnan's life is measured in hours. As for Solas, if any deserve to set his fate, it's you. But if it
Oh yeah,
were
please.
me, I would not banter. I would not give room for lies
Oh, just
and
kill him?
false
Okay.
promises.
Gotcha.
Find your opening and strike. The cost of mercy is too high when others might die in its wake. Whatever happens, my contract was for the blighted gods. Today it is fulfilled.
Thanks for everything.
When I went to the Crows, I asked for their best. And we got him.
The demon of Virantium. I had a reputation to maintain. Rook, I left the ossuary only to lose so much again. My city, my family. But what I've managed to reclaim, I have you to thank for. Zara thought she could take my life and control it. When this is done, Spite will have his life, and I will have mine. And it will be only mine again.
What was I gonna say? I don't know. With Solas. Killing him is not off the table. I'll say that. I don't think it's what I'm leaning towards, but you know, it's not off the table.
Get out there.
Okay.
Do what you
Dorian,
do best.
what do you got to say?
You've got this.
Okay, well,
We didn't lose anybody. We hit the city that the Antam couldn't conquer and got out clean. We've even got Balara back. We're gaining people.
we just have to do it.
We've planned this as best we can. Now it comes down to execution.
Harding would be proud of you.
Should be proud of you too.
Still gotta take down Elgarnan. And Solas. She'd be real mad at Solas.
You helped us get here?
You're a big reason we got this far, Tosh.
Just point me at the dragons. Hey, listen. You helped me figure out who I was. I'm Ravani. I'm a dragon hunter. My mother didn't like that. But maybe she'd be proud of me anyway.
Shokra to Ebra, Tosh. I know she would.
I'm a better person because of you. So, thanks. Now let's go kick some ass.
You know, for all the shit that I'm giving for this final act, I do love Tosh and the storyline that Tosh had. You know, that was some great moments. So, you know, like I said, it's not my favorite Dragon Age by a long shot, but like there are still great moments with this game.
Oh, it is purest relief
Worthy
to see
moments.
us all gathered safe and sound. We reunited with Balara. What that poor girl has been through, and she's still returned to the fray. Elgarnan must fear what we might accomplish once we storm his tower.
We can do it.
We've already killed an archdemon and a god. We can do it again.
While Elgarnan's magic is fearsome, Solas is our true adversary. He is, however, a former spirit. As such, Solas cannot help but listen to appeals to his nature, his yearning for reflection.
I could try talking him down once I find him.
The spirits whisper. One way or another, I believe the dread wolf's tale draws to its conclusion. It has been a grand privilege, Rook, to have come so far and known all of you.
Privilege is mine.
What luck that the distinguished Professor Volkarin joined our cause after we found him in the necropolis.
Feels as if that were years ago. Time passes swiftly in good company. Onwards, Rook. The gods await.
Okay, Nevis last, perfect. Davrin, how you been? You're good, I'm so
We're in
glad.
good shape, Rook. Real good. Balara's finally back with us. Solas doesn't know we're on to him. And we've gotten past Elgarnan's main forces. The tide's turning, and the hunt's almost done.
Don't count our wins yet.
A victory's only a victory when it's over.
I'll keep sharp out there. But when we kill Elgarnan and stop Solas, can't wait to see the look on their faces. After this, we'll see how the Griffins are doing at Lavendel.
You think Antoine's gotten them to stop sleeping on the gods?
Not a chance. Well, Elgarnan won't wait forever. Ready whenever you are.
Got your back.
If you need me, just shout.
I should be the one worrying about you. Not everyone could have led us here, Rook. Let us get you the rest of the way. But try to stay safe out there yourself, Rook. Hassan would miss you. And so would I.
Not even a squawk from Hassan? Come on. Where's Manfred? Didn't Manfred come here? Where's Manfred, Emmerich? What did you do with Manfred? Oh, Belara. Newly minted goth.
Everyone filled me in, told me about everything that happened since I've been gone. It's a lot. I knew Elgarnan was doing something. I could feel it through the blight. I just didn't know how big it was. How awful it was. But most everyone's still alive. Still fighting. That's more than I could have hoped for. More than I expected. So, okay, I think.
I'll take it.
This could have gone a lot worse. I'm glad it didn't.
You're finding the way through. The twisty path.
And the blight? How's it feeling?
Like it's tying itself around me. It's in my blood. In my head. I feel it whispering to me. But it doesn't get to decide how my story goes. Even if it's only got a few chapters left. Let's make the most of each one of them. And give it the happiest ending we can manage.
It's up to us.
Best way to a happy ending is to fight for it. And that's why we're here. For the fight.
It may be our last one. So let's make it worth our while. Rook, thank you.
For what?
For helping me put the ghosts of the past to rest. Now let's go kill a god.
Same with Belara. You know, same thing I said about Tosh. Same with Belara. You know, I really loved her character, arc, and everything. Yeah, we'll talk about stuff at the end.
Nev, how are you holding up?
I've seen reports from the city. The lost. But more are still standing than I might have bet on. Every person who gets through this is a win.
Do it together!
We started this together, and...
Now we stay focused, cross our fingers, and keep our guard up.
There's more on your mind.
This started with Solas. It will end there, too. He played mind games with you, targeted emotions, then went right for the heart. People with power, sometimes it's best not to play their games. Other times you need to play them smarter. However this plays out, I'm with you, Trouble. Right to the end.
Just want to see what the Shadow Dragon is. Okay. Oh, my brother. I'm glad you're here.
I couldn't do this without you.
Sure you could. But it wouldn't be as fun. Rook, before we go,
It's all right.
I love you.
I love you too.
Good. Now let's finish this job.
Okay. In through the door. Oh, hello.
A word?
Okay, what?
Any last advice from Mythal?
'Tis a difficult battle you face, but you are among more allies than you know. You have purified the crossroads, uncovered ancient truths lost for ages, and earned the essence of Mythal. You are truly the champion of the Fade. Take this. Should your fight against Elgarnan grow desperate, invoke the memories of the Dread Wolf's rebels. For you, they will stand against tyranny one last time.
Oh, Felisan's Rune. The power of Felisan's Rune is based on how much of the gods influence Joe back at the crossroads. Equip it, character select. This rune can be only used against Elgarnan. Girl, you know I don't use this fucking dagger. Plus detonation damage. And then you gain everything. Jeez. Alright. Just had a little chat with my mom, sorry. Let's see, begin to climb. It's the climb. Oh god, okay, whatever. At this point, let's just get into this game. Into this finale. Dreadwolf rises. Team faces Elgarnan in the final battle, but the Dreadwolf has his own plan in mind. Of course he does. He's always got a stupid plan. I don't even know what I would like to do with Solas, you know? I have conflicting thoughts about, like, I want to fuck him over. I want to just forgive him. I want to kill him. You know, like, kill him is kind of like lower on the list, but still, I'm just like, I don't know what,
Bad news, everyone.
what I'm leaning towards.
Elgarnan's forces are gathering outside.
They mean to prevent you from reaching their master.
Our people will set up barricades, and we'll hold the enemy as long as we can. You need to start climbing.
Let one of us help.
I'm going up there. I owe Elgarnan
Yeah,
what he
I had a
did.
feeling. I'm bringing Valara.
You go to face a guard, Rook, but any aid you might spare would be welcomed.
Forces defending Divine's Manor are in excellent shape and will be fighting hard. Okay. Commanders who have experience fighting in frontline combat or sieges have a better chance to succeed. So Davrin. Right? He's a defender. This is totally Davrin.
Davrin, they need your strength.
You got it.
We'll be cheering for you, Rook. Good luck.
I can't take Valara? We'll fight separately? Oh no. Well, I'm not bringing Nev and Emmerich again. I'm gonna bring Nev. But we can't keep getting away with this. We can't bring Nev and Emmerich again. Let's a part of me wants to bring Tosh as like revenge for Harding. But also we need our god killer here. I really wanted to bring Valara, to be honest, but she's doing her own thing, I guess. We're straight up just climbing. Okay. Oh, who the hell's that? Hello? Nice. Oh, nice. Nice. I mean, he was dead already. Good job, Morgan. Good job, Morgan. The only thing left to lose is everything. Okay. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Don't be saying that in my Steam achievements. Oh, okay. Not like this. Okay. It's a cute little interruption. Hello. There's still loot? Oh my god.
The throne room. Knowing Elgarnan, we'll find him there.
Nice.
Rook!
You made it.
Elgarnan's using the Magisters to control the Blight, just like he used me. They're directing all of it at Solas. He won't make it without our help.
How do you know?
I can still feel it. Hear it.
The Blight.
Come on.
Just
Oh.
get to the throne room.
Solas, you have one job. You're not even fighting the god. You're fighting his pet. What's going on?
Let's knock this fake elven god on his fake elven ass.
Yeah, he's fake ass. Gonna leave it at that. Solas. I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed.
Solas.
Because now Bellara is probably gonna die or some shit. Sacrificing herself to save your stupid ass. Nice.
I've got this. Go!
Such arrogance, thinking you can hide from your creator.
What?
And I am this world's creator.
Oh. Okay. If anything, Solas is, bitch. Are you well, dude?
Every pointed spire and warding enchantment in this city is a child's unwitting imitation of the empire I built. I would have restored the glory. Your lives are too brief to remember.
I saw the Metis crossing and Weishump, and everywhere else you've left your mark.
Look at yourself. Hold the mirror, dude.
All I saw was a tyrant destroying everything.
This is your happy ending? Looking like this?
Disciplined for cruelty, a failing among those who lack a master's gentle guidance. We only destroyed because you resisted. In the new empire, every child would have blossomed under my protection. And Ghilanain, my brilliant sister, would have forged the Blight into a tool of beauty. But she is dead. And all we have is this. Because of you.
Ah. Okay, spirit fingers. I'm just not over the fact, like, this is what you want? You want to look like this? You think this is... You need to get your eyes checked out. This is not utopia. Oh. Can you stop whatever you're doing, dude? I'm tired of dodge rolling. Once again, it's feeling a bit warrior phobic with the way he's moving so much. Not the wheeze laugh. Solas, how's it going? You kill Lusicon yet? Or what's going on here?
The Dread Wolf cannot save you. He cannot even save himself. Now you understand that none may stand against me. Those who try stand alone.
Wait. Alara, what happened? Oh. Well, the good news is that I'm not taking damage. Or if it is, it's very minor. Ow, what the hell is going on here?
Oh, come now. You did as well as anyone could have, but you cannot deny the truth.
I can do this. I have to.
What, you just sit on his throne? Is that gonna give her more power over the Blight, I guess? Locking in. Okay.
I gave you this power, child.
You are not my god.
Nice. Oh, but she's gonna die now. That's all it took, dude. Solas biting it. Okay. Well.
You are mortal, Elgarnan. Enjoy it while it lasts.
Okay.
If you will not bow, you will burn.
Oh, you're gonna switch to fire now instead of like lightning? Oh. Get out the sky, bitch. Bro, can you stop it? Ghilanain's fucking... Not even Ghilanain. Ghilanain's, Archdemon was stronger. Yeah, dagger fight. Nice. Ooh. Keep stabbing. Do a couple more for good measure. Come on. Oh.
It is done. The world owes you a debt, both for defeating Elgarnan and for bringing down the Veil.
Is that the fake one?
I'm sorry for this final betrayal, but I will do what I can to minimize the damage. When you see the old world restored, please, Rook. I do not wish to fight against you.
Oh my god. What are the options here? Use Mythal's essence and convince Solas to stop. Trick Solas with the fake dagger. Fight Solas and bind him to the veil. I really, really, really want to do Trick Solas with the fake dagger, but I did this whole Mythal thing just so that I could have a perfect ending because I had a feeling it was important to do, and I even restarted the I even save scummed like 3 or 4 times just to get this Mythal thing. So I feel like I owe it to just do this Mythal thing, but I really, really, really want to play his ass. Just because this is the star, I want to see what their intended good ending is, their perfect ending. Just know in my heart of hearts, I was going to use the fake dagger.
I don't want to fight you either. But I don't want to see the world go through even more pain on top of what Elgarnan has done. Do you? This world is broken, Rook, because of my mistakes.
Oh god. You're trapped in regret?
This is why you had to use me to escape the prison. It's made from regrets, and you're trapped in yours. You cannot understand that destroying everything won't erase your mistakes. You have a chance right now to save the world. Bind yourself to the veil and stop it from falling.
Okay, Inquisitor's here just cuz.
I cannot. To stop now would dishonor those I have wronged to come this far.
Even if those you wronged asked you to stop.
Inquisitor.
You were my friend. We saved the world together once. Can't we save it one more time?
Inquisitor, I am sorry. But I cannot. Long before we met, I failed my oldest friend. She died for that failure.
She's here too, bitch.
If I leave the veil in place,
Morgan, come on
what
out.
she wanted. And I will have... She will have died for nothing.
Morgan, come on out. Yes! She's here! Mythal's here!
And whose fault is that, Dread Wolf?
Morgan.
One appellation among many I wear. I have been advisor to Orlais, Witch of the Wilds, daughter of Flemeth, and once, long ago, an old friend.
Mythal lives on in her. And in this. Mythal.
I pulled you from the Fade you loved and sent you into war. I used your wisdom as a weapon. And it broke you.
The things that I have done
are not for you alone to bear, my friend. The many wrongs we did together.
Oh my god, I've never seen him look like this before.
I release you from my service.
You are free to find a better way.
My life force now sustains the Veil. With every breath I take, I will protect the innocent from my past failures. The Titan's dreams are mad from their imprisonment. I cannot kill the Blight, but I can help to soothe its anger. I will go and seek atonement. Thanks to you, I now can see the way.
I don't believe it. Like, I know the game is telling me, yes, this is what he did. You know, this is the truth. But I wanted a bit more sincerity. I wanted an apology before he came to that decision. You know, yes, he broke down and was like, ugh, but like, I don't think he said, I'm sorry for what I had done. It was just, okay, I'll do it. You know, it was a little bit unearned there. I wish he had just been a bit more reticent for what he had done. Is that Balara in there? She's dead. Is she alive? Please tell me she's alive in there. I've kind of accepted the fact that she's dead. Is she really? Is she really good? And the Blight left her? She's cool? She's good? It just makes Harding's choice even worse. It's even fucking worse that Harding had to die then. Can I go back and betray him? I kind of like that decision better. I want to see what that looks like. Who the fuck are you? Hammer boy? What the fuck? Depending on where we go from here, I might just reload to see what does the betrayal ending look like. I feel like I've said my points a lot already, but I also just like need to reiterate them now that the game is coming to an end.
With Elgarnan and Ghilanain dead,
And Solas off to fix his mistakes and right an ancient wrong. It looked like one of the biggest stories this world had ever seen was finally drawing to a close.
Okay, but...
The story of the Veilguard. A team of heroes who stood strong against evil, no matter the cost.
Whatever it takes.
But whenever one story ends, another begins.
Like the story of the Grey Wardens, clearing the remains of the Blight so that the flowers can grow again.
Or the story of Archon Maid Varys Talani, inspiring her people and bringing change to Tevinter.
Or the story of a caretaker standing watch for new heroes.
What the fuck are you doing here, caretaker?
For the Antivan Crows, it would be a story of bringing a traitor to justice and reclaiming Treviso from the Blight.
Among the Veil Jumpers, the fall of the last elven gods meant Arlathan was reborn.
At their heart, stories are about change.
A man seeing his ward become more than he could ever have imagined.
A woman making Docktown a little better for the people who live there.
An assassin driving out the darkness in his city and himself.
A student of history, helping the elves regain what they lost.
A dragon hunter forging a new life for themselves.
Why is Tasha's hand scaled like that?
Or the Griffins returning to the Grey Wardens.
There are stories of love.
But those stories aren't over. And we will always be grateful to those whose stories brought us where we are
Is
today.
that Morgan?
And those whose stories will live on with us forever.
I really just want to replay DA2. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Oh, rest in peace. It's difficult to think about how I feel about this game. Like I mentioned a couple times, I really like certain aspects. You know, from a basic, just a game design aspect, I do like the combat. You know, it's a fun game to play. With the mechanics, you know, character customization options. As far as like, oh my god, you're so loud. Turn the volume down a little bit more. You know, I do like, so the character, you know, character creation, but also just like skill trees and, you know, armor that you can use, weapons. That's all cool. As far as companions, I liked all the companions. I like their stories. Let's see if there's something else here. Where we're going from here. You know, I like the companions, but I think they kind of get left on the wayside a bit in service of the greater narrative. Which... Sorry. Yeah, like the story as a whole, the overarching plot line, I really do think the game would have been better serviced if it was more about Solas. I don't want to say that, actually, no. Not more about Solas. I wish the game was more what Inquisition and Trespasser had originally set up about Solas. That's what I want to say. So with Solas as more as a primary antagonist, as like the actual villain, I think the decision to make it more Solas is a secondary antagonist, he's a deuteragonist almost. I think that kind of takes away from everybody else in the game, especially like Rook and the team that you built. You know, by forcing it more about Solas, making him more of your straight, again, Deuterag as a straight protagonist almost. I think we lose a lot of what makes Dragon Age as a series a good series. You know, what made it different from Mass Effect was that it was almost an anthology kind of. You know, every game you're kind of focusing on a different thing. Yes, though, the world is an overall. There is some connective tissue, and you'll see characters show up here and there, but it wasn't straight like, you know, sequel territory. Oh, is this the circle, bitch? Yeah, that's okay. Origins, and this is DA2. Here's, yeah. Who the fuck is this circle bitch? The poison fruit ripens. The Veilguard remains vigilant. Sorry, I got an achievement that said the poison fruit ripens. I guess that's because I did the circle quests. Or circle side plot storyline thing. But also, like, what is... Okay. Let's see if there's anything else before we dive into this fully. Ah! I figured there wasn't a post game, but still. We're just going here? What happens if I continue? Where do we load in? Because like I said, I really kind of want to see the betrayal ending. Which, you know, just play Solas at his own game. It's so good as like a story beat of, you know, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times. It's not going to happen, you know? Gonna bring me right back before final events. Okay. Well, I'm gonna close the game up, and I can focus on talking about what my thoughts are here. Yeah, like I said, I think overall I do enjoy the game. I like the stories they built. What really kind of turned it in a bad way. I think it was that third act. The third act's all that shit there. I feel like a lot of it was just for shock factor and just kind of like, ugh, you know, you want some choices? Here's some choices, bitch. Which again, it just didn't. I think restructured. If the story got restructured in a way where it was more focused on, again, the anthology-ness of it. Like, yes, I'm not saying they should have ignored or avoided dealing with the Dreadwolf. Obviously, that was a big setup and kind of inevitable thing given the way Inquisition and Trespasser DLC go. But Solas is just such a huge figure that, again, I think him and his storyline detract from what's going on with Rook as a character, what's going on with all these new companions. Kind of just makes it all feel irrelevant in a way. Or like, maybe not irrelevant, but, you know, the good outweighed the bad kind of thing. Or the bad outweigh the good, rather. You know, I wish that there was just more connective tissue, I guess, between some of the side story stuff and the main story. So, like, I'm thinking about, again, it's all very much third act criticism from my point. So, I don't want people to think that I'm flaming the game. I did enjoy the time with the game. I enjoyed a lot of the companion stuff early on, even some of the final companion stuff. You know, the third acts of the companion stuff was even fun and enjoyable. Again, especially Tosh and Balara, I think those two were really well acted, well written storylines. You know, I had some gripes with Tasha's how that ended up, but overall, I really think that there were some great, like diamond level, jewels in the rough, diamonds in the rough. So I don't want this to come across as like I hated the game or anything. I liked it. It just kind of, I would wonder how people who were Sola Velens, you know, Inquisitor romanced, or Solas romanced Inquisitors, I feel like they have a very different outlook on what happened in this game as far as the story and how it went, because I could definitely see that, you know, just in my imagination, like all the times the Inquisitor showed up, if there was a romantic connection, and I like actually cared about Solas in that way myself as a player, I can definitely see myself giving this a higher score, or like a higher, you know, it holding it in higher regard in my head, because I feel like it is definitely a different game, almost a different storyline for sure, at least. Because even though you can do the redemption storyline here, which I did in this playthrough, I said in the moment, you know, it was kind of unearned on his behalf. You know, I can see, okay, you did, because I, the player, did the Mythal stuff in the Crossroads, and because, you know, I had made that choice in Inquisition to redeem Solas, you know, all these little building pieces, I can see that, but it's also like the way that he immediately flips, you know, there's no, I think kind of what I'm piecing together in my head, there is a larger theme of not taking enough time on the places where it counts. Again, especially with this third act stuff, but you know, the game feels so huge when you first start, and it kind of drags on at some points because of the exploration. I think if it was less open world, which I know in a way Dragon Age has always been open world, I mean, with Origin and 2 it wasn't so much. You know, Inquisition definitely like leaned into, let's make this an open world RPG, but I think if Veilguard had scaled it down a little bit on that aspect, they could have had more time to let certain moments breathe. And they do that a lot, actually very well throughout the game. You know, like I said, the stuff with Tosh, with Balara, those storylines, even Manfred, Emrich's storyline, but specifically like the moment with Manfred and what I'm thinking about, you know, that stuff was like allowed to breathe for a little bit. But it's just all that third act stuff, you know, as soon as you have to make the choice between Davern and Harding, between Balara and Nev, it's like, okay, well, I know these are choices that are going to end up bad. And I'm curious if I had gone in unspoiled, would I have put those pieces together or not? But, you know, with my bias intact, with the fact that I knew about the spoiler, I feel like there is some bit of it that's very, again, just forcing your hand to make a decision just for no reason. There was ways they could have written the story tighter in that aspect to make it have more weight about who you're choosing and not just an arbitrary decision. But also just, again, I think it's taking the wrong lessons of, you know, we need to make the stakes real. I keep referring back to Mass Effect, but truthfully, there are a lot of similarities between this and Mass Effect 2 specifically, but the Mass Effect overall, I keep going back to Caden and Ashley decision. With Davern and Harding, that's such a weird grouping of characters to choose from. You know, I don't see why it was those two. If it was like between any two characters, or, you know, between any of the 7, basically, pick one to lead the team. Fine, I could see that, and then that way, it's kind of like, you know, you chose them to die specifically. Whereas, I don't know, you're picking 2 of your 7 for no reason, really. So I don't see the through point other than we need to make a decision. We need to make a choice for the players to make. I don't really like that. I'm getting lost on the tangent here, but what I was bringing all that up for was the stuff with so my playthrough with Harding. I don't feel like we had time to breathe and grieve about it. With Bellara, I don't think we had the time to breathe and grieve about it. You know, it was just kind of like, bam, they're dead. They're lost in the fate somewhere. And then we have the regret prison a little bit. So there is a little bit there, but it's just we don't see our other companions really grieving about it. Yes, we talked to them a little bit. Tosh has a line about Harding, but I don't even feel remorse on Tosh's part. You know, I don't feel any anger that, you know, I chose for Harding to be the leader, and so Harding stepped up, and now, you know, Tosh is mad at me about that. You know, there's none of that there. I'm not saying Tosh had to be mad about me, had to be mad at me about that, but I feel like that would have added some more grieving and some more impact to that loss, because as is, it's kind of like, well, Harding died back there. That was crazy, wasn't it? You know, like it almost feels comical in a way, just because it's not. I don't know. It doesn't feel real. Almost like I'm. Yes, in this moment in the scene, I'm like, okay, yeah, she's dead. She got stabbed like 3 or 4, 5. She got Boromir'd basically. So like I could see her dying, but even then, it's just like I don't care. As much as I love Harding was one of my favorite characters. I was going to romance her. It was between her and Nev. Like, I could have easily gone down that route and cared so much. Or not cared, you know. I still care so much about that character, but I don't care that she's dead at the end of the day, because none of the other characters care that she's dead. And I wonder if it would have been different with Davrin. I doubt it. I think it would have been the same thing, you know. Same thing with Bellara and Nev choice. Yes, I think the only reason I cared a little bit was because Bellara's voice actor is so good. Nev's is good too, but I didn't hear that, you know, flip side of it, so I can't necessarily say that Nev's voice actor would have elevated that decision still. But yeah, it's just a lot of this stuff. I'm getting sidetracked again, but compare those choices to the suicide mission almost choices that we do here at the end of the story, where it's like, okay, we're going to storm the gates, so we need somebody to protect the Veil Jumpers. We need somebody who can take down a Colossus. We need somebody who can kill this mage. You know, I love that. That was so good. If they had done that for the previous mission, where you have to pick A or B. No, it's not about A or B. It's about who is best suited for this mission. I would have probably chosen somebody else differently. And then because it was my decision to choose one of my 7 instead of flip a coin, pick somebody. You know, I think they have the capabilities for making that decision. Obviously, they did it here. And I'm assuming I chose correctly, or I had done my loyalty missions, so like they were good enough to survive whatever outcome happened. But, you know, I could see it almost. I could see the alternate path where I chose the wrong character for that piece, for that specific task. You know, I chose the wrong person to protect the Veil Jumpers, and because of that, they succeeded in doing their task, but then also, you know, some maybe Strifer Ireland dies, or the person who's protecting them dies, you know. Or like Lucanus can die if, you know, when he goes off to assassinate with the crows, he's not good enough. He, you know, because of the hardened, I don't know. I don't want to bring up the Minrathous Trevisa decision and make it more prominent, but you know, something like that. Like make it so that there are stakes there still. I just feel like, yeah, I'm really nitpicking that decision to have the Bellara, Nev, and Harding, Davrin choices. Those ones really that piss me off in a certain way. But then, like I said, even after that, the stuff with Solas, it's just he turned into such a, you know, different entity almost. Yeah, again, just a secondary protagonist in a way, and I really don't like that, because it should have been about Rook. Obviously, marketing is one thing, but So I don't want to put too much stake in it, but I will say, you know, the game was very much marketed as like, you start as nobody, you're Rook, you're here in the middle of nowhere, and you have to build a name for yourself. But then by the end of it, it doesn't really matter. We don't even get like a celebratory scene at the end here. You know, that could have done wonders. It's just like having an epilogue almost. Yes, they did have like the little, you know, the drawings or whatever, but like an actual epilogue like the other games. Every other game, well, DA2 maybe not, but you know, Inquisition and Origins, they both have, after the main game, after you've done the big bad and you kill the big bad and say the day, you have like a little moment to just talk with everybody and be like, that was crazy, wasn't it? What are you gonna do from here? You know, they didn't even do that here. They're just like, the Veilguard will be here. So, but then at the same time, again, marketing, they say, oh, we're not going to do an Elite DLC for the game, though. We're going to focus on Mass Effect. So then why did you do all this after credits with the circle thing and the new mysterious threat that was behind everything else in the series, apparently, that, for whatever, you know, what was that about, for one? But also, why would you do that and say, like, the Veilguard will keep watch and they're around still? If you're not even building up to something. And I don't know the full consensus. Like I said, I am seeing, I've been spoiled on bits and pieces of stuff. So I kind of see there are some dissenters about the game, obviously. But I don't know the actual consensus, the critic score, for example, about how the game did. If there are any critical reception angles as far as, are we going to get a sequel? Is there going to be a Dragon Age 5 ever? Because right now, like, obviously from a story perspective, there can be, they've set up something to be, but I almost don't want one. Because if it's going to be like this, I'd rather you guys don't, you know? Unless, like, yeah, if it's going to be like this, I would rather not have another Dragon Age, to be honest. I think, you know, something I haven't really talked about, but, you know, there's obviously a lot of behind the scenes stuff going on with BioWare. A lot of the writers for the original games did not even make it to the completion of this game. I think some of them started on Veilguard, but then they left, or were fired, or whatever happened. And I feel like it does kind of show in a way, you know, isn't just from a game perspective, but also, like I said, from the writing, from the narrative perspective, the way that this story has went, I feel like it shows in the fact that the people who started with the series are no longer with the series. And that's why it feels so different from the original games, the other 3 games. Yeah, I don't know. I'm disappointed a little bit in how some of the stuff turned out. I do want to play another playthrough eventually, not anytime soon, but I you know, I am curious about some of the other storylines that I didn't see, or other choices rather. And again, everything before the 3rd act was very much like an 8 or 9 as far as the game, you know. I could do with improvements in certain areas, but I mean, everything could be improved. I don't think anything's ever perfect. So, like, I could definitely see, I don't know. I just wish, you know, sometimes people talk about you need to stick the landing, and I don't think this game did. I think that's kind of where it comes down to it, is that the ending did not satisfy me in the way I wanted it to. Last thing I'll say, kind of related to everything I've been saying, but bring back the keep. Because a lot of the story, again, just, I think where it falters is that it is disconnected from the other Dragon Age series, and I almost kind of see this as its own thing. It's like Origins 2 and Inquisition are over here, and then Veilguard is just kind of on this side. And not saying that in a quality sense, you know, obviously I have gripes to the other games too. But as far as just like, again, from a story perspective, I think it could have been so much better if it had included Dragon Age Keep, on a very basic level, just include, like, start from that and then work your story around, not around it, but go ahead and do your story with the keep in mind, because ignoring what happened in the Fade in Inquisition, that's a major thing, especially with how much we go into the Fade and we're lounging in the Fade, and it's about the Veil and all that shit. Like, how are we just gonna ignore the fact that we have somebody in the Fade locked in there, maybe dead, but still, at least let's acknowledge that. You're bringing in Isabella for whatever reason, who has no connection to Hawke, because we can't import whether Hawke is romantically involved with her, or she, betrayed them and she left after, because there is a choice with Isabella in Dragon Age 2. So, like, she could have maybe not even made it to Act 3 of Dragon Age 2. She ran off or got kidnapped by the Kunari or whatever happens. There's that. Like Dorian, yes, there is. He kind of just felt like we needed to have him in because it's taking place in Minrathous. I don't really care that Dorian's there at the end of the things. He didn't play an important part. Same with Morgan. Morgan, who has a son, for one. I guess she doesn't technically have to have a son, but like 9 times out of 10, she has a son. She might be romantically involved with the hero of Ferelden. No, none of that matters. Okay. The hero of Ferelden who went away trying to solve the Blight curse and stop the Calling. None of that matters to what happened in this storyline at all. Oh, okay. That's fine. So like I said, it doesn't necessarily have to like follow everything that happened in the Keep and everything that happened in the other games, but I think that was a good baseline from like, okay, well, this was previously important to us. So maybe we should at least think about the implications and what we could reference in this game with the Keep in mind. Whereas what we got was, did you play Trespasser DLC? Do you like Solas? Well, you're in luck. Like, no, I for one did not romance Solas. I liked the tragicness of his character, and I do think there is a conflicting nature in him as far as Inquisition and Trespasser goes. Yes, I did like that, how that was set up. How it translated here, no, it kind of, we lost the plot. So I'm going to stop talking. I've been not streaming, but recording for 5+ hours. So, yeah, those are my thoughts. I'm very curious to see what other people's thoughts are. So if you have any, please leave them down below. Otherwise, I will be lurking the internet, seeing what other people are thinking without having to worry about spoilers anymore, even though I kind of failed at that very immediately. Yeah, and last thing I'll say, speaking of spoilers, I do think it's funny that people reference the Act 3 spoilers, but I think a lot of people talk specifically about everything besides Act 3. Like, I don't think I've really, maybe it's because I was avoiding it, but I don't really think I've seen too much, like, discourse about Act 3. I feel like people are collectively, like, ignoring it, so I do feel vindicated, relieved in that sense of, like, I'm glad I'm not the only one who's just kind of gonna pretend that doesn't exist and live in Act 1, Act 2 world, because that's, I think, where the game really shines. Yeah, after this, I'm not sure what game I don't know. I'm replaying some old games, some games I've played before, so I don't know if I am necessarily looking for anything new at the moment, but I have some stuff in my library I could check out, so might be another playthrough coming eventually. I might get back into reactions, some TV reactions, because I do want to catch up on some of my shows. I'm staring at a wallpaper of Bleach specifically, so I need to get back into that. But regardless, I plan to not be regular on YouTube, but I will be posting every once in a while, depending on where I'm at in my life and what is taking my fancy at the moment. But I do want to at least just share stuff with people, because yeah, it is fun to share thoughts and see what other people think, and kind of, you know, just see sounding board about ideas about things. So if we ever get a Mass Effect 5, 4, 5, we'll definitely be playing that too. I'm gonna stop talking. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed 20 episodes of Dragon Age, the Veilguard, and I'll see you in the next video, whatever that is. Have a wonderful day, night, morning, whatever time it is. Goodbye.